So far. Hey, what's up, guys? It's When Things Go Bad podcast. This is episode 3.
I guess the release is 3.
No, it's 3. There's never been a missed podcast ever.
There's one missed one.
No, there's not. This is 3. So this is big news for us. Because an actual podcast, we did the party chat, but I don't feel like that counts. But this breaks the record for actual podcast involving us 3 sitting at a table. This is the record 3.
The roundtable only had 2 episodes?
Yeah.
Could have sworn it had 3, didn't it?
Did it? Shit.
I don't know.
It had 3 with RJ, and then you lost it.
Yeah.
Because
so this
RJ
ties it.
was in
It's a bit
2 podcasts.
No, both of the systems lost the podcast.
I can only imagine that everything you lose could have been great.
No, it was only 2 episodes.
Like that missing podcast for this series could have been the one
Been
that
the
took
launcher,
off.
yeah.
And that one with RJ, it might have been. And that video that we did with Jacob, that definitely would have launched us.
That one with Jacob, yeah, because he took a hit hard.
it was Justin's secret debut.
So I feel like Eddie's the audience because he has no idea. So I'm explaining to Eddie in the audience. So we were doing a video, right? And I think the video was like some type of monster shit. So the premise was that the monster's chasing Jacob. Jacob gets up. He takes a big hit, big bump, boom, falls to the ground, gets up, and he's like, wait, why are you chasing me? I'm supposed to be the monster because, you know, I'm a big guy, have to be the monster. And then I'm just like, I never thought of that when we had a stupid backstory. We never even talked about the backstory.
It was a very ambitious video, but I feel like it completely worked. I mean, Justin was in it. He was like his dad.
Yeah.
And then he killed him. There was fake blood.
It
doesn't even sound real. It doesn't even sound real.
I don't remember all that.
There was fake blood on Justin. We put ketchup on
At one point, I'm chasing Jacob with like a bad stabbing motion, and then there was like a slide. So you like, you know, the slide. I don't know what he.
It was one of those tubes.
Yeah.
Kids
So he walks, bam, hits it. He didn't hit it hard. That's not what hurt. But when he hit it, he like just dropped like a straight up wrestler, like boom, right on his back onto a hard ground. So, okay. So before I even lost the footage, he was pissed. Javier recorded it because I was doing the stabbing motion. I don't know why you didn't record it. It should have been you.
I think I was just enjoying it.
Yeah, so Javier's recording it, and there's a rule with recording, especially with us. Don't stop until like 10 seconds after it's over. Just so you don't miss anything. Javier stopped right when he hit the ground. So all you see is him take the hit, boom, and then it stops. Yeah, and then I got home and I lost all the footage.
See, I didn't remember that. I didn't remember that until now. That Javi stopped it early and Jacob was pissed. He was so mad because his fall was great.
Oh, bro,
In the video, you didn't even see him fall. And just props to Jacob because I remember that we didn't have a plan for what was supposed to happen in that scene. He ran around and kept going under this little tube. He kept going under it. He went around like 4 times. And I remember I was like, I don't know what we're supposed to end it with. And he figured it out. He ran into it, fell on the ground. he thought all this through while running around.
You know, it's crazy. Like when you're telling stories, how you like. I read something that like, you know, your memories are not real. They're like, you never have a real memory of what it is. Like so, like. You start losing memory of what your memory is. So, like, for example, if I remember this back then, like in 5 years from now, I'll be like, yeah, me, Martin, and Eddie are talking, and Eddie's sitting in front of me, or Martin's sitting in front of me, and, you know, like, they're like little mix-ups like that. I totally forgot that Jacob, we had no idea. As I'm starting to figure out, like, why our videos are so bad, it's because we were just like, all right, Jacob, figure out what you're going to do. Record. Yeah, that was us.
That's how it happened. But that would have been a great video. And it's gone.
I disagree.
It's in the graveyard, black hole, where episode 2 of this podcast series is.
Episode 1 of this podcast series.
Was it 1?
Yeah. I recovered the RJ podcast.
Oh, yeah, and you uploaded it.
Yeah. So that's uploaded. The one with Jacob, I think it was my fault because what I had done was I deleted some videos and on the SD card, and the SD card contained that video, and I fucked up.
So then the official black hole that swallowed up things owns episode 1 of this podcast.
Unofficially, the first episode.
The video.
Jacob's video.
And Glenn's One Take Llama.
Glenn's One Take Llama, I think I deleted on purpose. Because I was like, I don't need this anymore. I could just delete it. And we never finished that song, so it was great.
I don't even remember what he said.
Speaking of Glenn, though, One Take Llama, murder this beat. Tries to come up with the heat. Something about dog food. Anyway, so
Pedigree, something like that.
So speaking of Glenn, I have two things. One, you're moving in with Glenn? That's
Probably.
yeah. I just wanted to ask, like, cause I was like, dang. There was no story to that. I just wanted to know, like, what you had an extra story. I should have known that you weren't gonna elaborate on that.
I'm not an elaborator.
You're not an elaborator, so I'll just probe you. This is I like interviewing people, so I'm gonna probe Eddie. Have you guys looked at an apartment? No? Motherfucker, he's hard. Stop giving me one word answers. Are you guys excited?
I don't know.
I'm gonna get one word out of him. More than one word.
I just gave you 3.
Ooh, I won. Oh, and then is that your truck outside?
My mom.
Oh, okay. I was like, did you just get a new truck? Yeah.
Just got it.
So, pretty
It's
mad
nice
about
truck.
at my dad, bro. Man cost me 10 points on my credit.
Why?
Okay, so he's getting a new truck, right? He was gonna get it under his name, but my car's under his name, and they're like, hey, you can't have more than one car, and yada yada. He's like, fine, I'll just put it under your name, which is me. And I was like, cool. So you know how they have to check your credit? Ding my credit for saying that they looked at my credit score. And they didn't even put it under my name, so I don't get the benefits of him paying it.
So wait, they checked. So it was supposed to be under your
Yeah.
name.
And then
they
he
checked
went,
your credit.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Fuck it, just put it on my name."
Yeah, well, no. Okay, so look, that truck had gotten sold that he was looking at originally,
Oh.
and then he went up Friday or one of these days, and just went up by himself, and then he was like, "Yep, we bought it," and I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "You're supposed to be making payments, building my credit." Fucking sucks.
My credit's ass. I mean, it's not ass, but
What
it
is
could
it?
be. It could be better.
Is it like bad to say? Ask someone what your credit is, or is it bad to say it in public?
I don't know.
I got like
those
the,
commercials. It makes it look bad.
really.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's just
For
more of
credit.
like embarrassment of their.
I think it's just more of a joke
Oh, okay.
for the commercial.
I got a
wouldn't
650. What do you
I
got?
think it's like a 620.
Yeah, Eddie, go ahead. Tell him the Eddie's is fucking great. It makes me bust.
care. I got a 745.
Oh shit!
You want a cosign for my car or what?
See, like I got mine checked, I think twice, and then I started not giving a fuck with my credit card, so it just started going down. I don't know what I had before that, but then they told me it was like, "Yo, you got 620, you're starting to fall."
Why would you say fuck my credit?
Not fuck my credit, fuck my credit cards.
This man.
You still owe, you just never use them.
I was doing minimum payments, but I always had, it was like 2 or 3 months that I did this. I was just doing minimum payments, and I had like over half of the balance. They told me that's not good.
Yo, man, I'm saying my banks are shady.
Banks are shady.
So like, we checked my car. I pay like, if my car payment's $350, my dad will help out a little bit, and he's like, here's an extra $100, put that towards the principal. Or like, we figure shit out. And I'm like, cool. And then today we looked at the bill, and whatever we've been putting towards the principal, like extra, they just added it to whatever the next payment is.
Oh, they did that to you?
Yeah. And I was like, this is stupid. So I haven't been putting anything towards the principal, and then I was like, my dad was like, I guess we have to tell them that we want it towards the principal. I was like, and then they did the same thing with my card. So my credit card, it's pretty close to being maxed out because of everything with the books and shit. And I bought a camera, gang. But I put 50. I doubled my minimum, right? And then this month they're like, you're good, you don't have to pay. And I was like, no, fuck you. I'm trying to pay this off quick. I'm not trying to be broke. Banks are shady.
They are.
And I even feel like credit is shady. Because, like, you only have your credit card that you're paying for, right? Like, as far as credit-wise?
Yeah.
So you have fantastic credit, and you probably have a really hard time, like, getting a really good finance. Like, for, like, a house. Even though you got good credit. You'd be like, well, you haven't really shown that you could pay anything other than a credit card.
Probably.
Yeah.
I haven't tried.
Just like, fuck you don't know me.
Yeah. It's just so dumb. I'm like, so the score that you're basing me off of is not even really a score.
You have to get yourself into some shit first.
Yeah.
And then they'll start to trust you.
Gotta get bankrupt twice. Get out of it.
sell a company or two, and then they're like, hey,
this guy could be president.
you might qualify. Let's check you out.
So can we talk about that thing that we're going to talk about that I asked you guys before the podcast?
When was the last time I cooked it?
No. When do you consider that you made the food? Because, like, for me, like, if I make, like, I'm trying to think. Okay, I make pizza bagels, right? So I get a bagel, put a little pizza sauce on it, some pepperonis, cheese. I'm like, I made a pizza bagel.
Okay.
Would you, okay, like, I'll just throw things out, and you tell me if you consider you made it or not. Waffles. Lego, put in the toasters. Did you make waffles?
No. I heat those motherfuckers up.
Okay, so I think the way you're saying it, no matter what, you make the meal, but you don't make the food.
Okay, did you make the food? Yeah, that's a good. So, where would you consider that you made something? Like, you're like, yeah, I had a really good breakfast, homemade meal. Because I feel like that pizza bagel's homemade for me, dog. Like, I made that shit. Homemade.
I don't think that's homemade.
Fuck you.
I don't think bagels are homemade either.
Alright, so how about this one? Okay, chorizo at Food City, right?
Yeah.
You know what chorizo is. Chorizo's really easy to make. Put that shit in the pan, fry it.
Half a second later, it's done.
Yeah. Okay, then you get store-bought tortillas.
Okay.
Put that shit in the tortilla. Did you or did you not make a meal?
You made a meal. You didn't make the food.
You didn't make the food.
But you made the meal.
Okay, ground beef. Get the ground beef, put it in a nice little circular patty, or square if you're weird. Shouts out Wendy's. And then you season it, put it in a pan, take that pan off, put it on a burger or a patty. Did you make the food?
You made the meal.
That's bullshit. What's the difference between that and chorizo?
I said the same thing for both.
What?
Okay.
He's basically saying you're always making the meal. You're never making the food.
So you're never making the food, is what you're saying.
Unless you get the cow, kill it.
So there's no way to make the food for Eddie.
You gotta birth the cow. Have you seen this YouTube video where this man makes a $1,600 chicken sandwich?
No, I feel like those are just dumb videos.
He took 6 months. He grounded wheat in a field. Every single thing he grew or killed. He killed a chicken. He got salt, and he got salt from the ocean in California. He flew it back to his state, wherever it was.
For what?
For a chicken sandwich. The video's titled...
I'm saying, but what does he need salt water for? For the chicken sandwich?
For the chicken.
Oh,
When he cooked the chicken, too.
Oh.
He basically did everything.
Yeah.
But the title of the video is kind of misleading because he's like, $1,600 chicken sandwich, when he was just saying like the plane ticket to go get the salt water.
Oh yeah.
Everything together was $1,600.
That makes sense. I thought you were talking about because there's one where 2 Chainz has a series on YouTube, and he just he goes and tries
buys
out
expensive shit.
Yeah, and then this ice cream sundae is worth $14,000. I'm like, okay, let's see what's $14,000. It's not worth $14,000. The way they do it is put some bullshit caviar. They put fucking edible gold. I'm like, you don't have to put that. It doesn't increase the flavor of the ice cream.
What kind of asshole sells ice cream for $14,000?
People who know that some asshole will buy it.
Yeah.
But there was a story like that on Reddit where someone was talking about avocados and how expensive avocados are. And then he's like, I was trying to grow my own. Apparently avocados take a really long time to grow. Isn't it 4 years, something like that?
I don't know.
I think it's 4 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That explains why and he's like, fuck that. I'm just going to go pay $4 for an avocado.
It's $1 a year. It's a good price.
Can you wait 4 years, though? You want some guac? And you're just like,
Fuck.
2 more months.
Just pay $2 extra for the guac, John.
What could happen in 4 years? I might not even like avocados in 4 years. Might be an apocalypse in 4 years. Or at least when I'm fighting off scavengers, I'll have an avocado.
Aren't they really healthy, though? So, you got that going for you. Oh, I had another question I had for you. I remember, I had 4 questions. I already asked 2. But why'd you want a podcast? Because you just text me out of the blue like, yo, let's podcast. Because honestly, I didn't think you even like podcasts.
I just want a podcast.
Oh.
Want to be with my friends, but I guess that's a problem.
It's because you've never asked me, and it was kind of just out of the blue. Like I said, obviously, I did not say it, but like I've shown, I am down to do it. Yeah.
You're a dick.
I'm gonna mute that part.
Well then, so if Eddie initiated this, when were you gonna initiate the next one? Because I consider you the head of When Things Go Bad Films podcast.
I feel like I'm the head of When Things Go Bad, period.
So then, under your schedule, when was gonna be the next podcast?
I don't know. I was gonna kind of like play it by ear with you two. Like I don't know. After I gotta tell the events of what happened last time. But after what happened last time, I was like, I don't know. Just things weren't really. I was like, do they still want to do it? You guys hadn't talked about it. I think the last 2 podcasts got like 10 views in total for 2 videos. So I was like, oh, Can I tell my sickness? Oh, it's 11 views in total.
Ooh.
2 thumbs up.
2.
2.
That's almost the amount of people in the podcast.
That's also how many thumbs I got.
So you're saying you liked it twice.
I did a thumbs up.
All right, so tell why why there wasn't a podcast sooner.
So, after last podcast,
Yep.
I told you guys. Which one of you heard it? Which one of you heard me say? Because I know
I didn't.
You didn't?
I know
okay.
I didn't.
Eddie, you said something. You heard me, right?
What?
I told you like, oh, my chest hurting, right?
Could have been 9. I would've known.
Yeah.
You had heartburn.
Yeah, Eddie heard me, you didn't. But I was like, yo, man, I've had heartburn. I've had this heartburn problem for about 4 months.
Did you say it in the podcast? Can I go back and find it?
I didn't. You
Or
won't
was
say it in the
before?
podcast.
Okay.
It was right as we're locking up. You guys were like, let's go to Whataburger. I was like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here. You guys were talking, and I was like, let's go home, ready to go home. And then I was like, heartburn. But it wasn't heartburn. I had to take my gallbladder out.
Gang, no gallbladder gang.
Eddie don't have a gallbladder either.
And then,
Martin, though,
Or thing next gang.
tell us about your little problems. Because do you have any pressure right now?
I don't think I've ever had that pressure before. Maybe I have. I'm not sure. But just hearing about you guys made me think of it. But, so what happened was, I was in my room, just sitting, and I had this big-ass can of peach tea. And I drank a big-ass gulp
This
of
was
it.
1 week ago. Because it was last
was a week
Thursday.
ago.
Yeah. I know.
Took a big-ass drink of it. When you finish the can, you're like up here with it. When I came back down, I had this sharp-ass pain in where you people say is my gallbladder.
What do you mean by you people?
You people without the gallbladders.
Dang, we're different now.
And I heard it. I forgot exact. What did I tell you, Jose? I think I said something like I didn't eat anything when I started hurting. I wasn't full, but I felt like I ate too much and then somebody punched me in the stomach. That's what it felt like.
I'm just saying, the symptoms you said you had last week were like the same ones I had. Like, you were like, yeah, I feel like I have to go poop. The day I went to the hospital, like, because I had that problem before. For about 4 months, I felt like I had heartburn. Turns out it wasn't heartburn. But, like, every time, like, throughout 4 months, it wasn't every night, but, like, every once in a while, once every 2 weeks, something like that, I would feel this pain. And, like, I would wake up, and I'd be like, fuck, I had to go poop. And nothing would come out. It would be like ghost poop.
Ghost poops.
I felt just like a pressure in my stomach, like I gotta go poop. I feel full, nothing. And you're like, yo, I feel like that. And I was like, ooh. You're like, my chest and my pain, or where your pain was at, it was like upper stomach, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, that's me. And so I was like, oh my god, my friend's gonna have another.
The pain went away pretty. I mean, we were there for what, maybe like 3 hours.
Yeah.
It went away after like 2.5 hours. Because it started hurting when we were at my house. So yeah, like 2.5 hours, it went away. I didn't feel nothing after that. I have been getting this very sharp pain right here.
It's aneurysm, bro.
I keep telling my mom that.
Don't say that, bro. Go get checked.
What do they check you for? They
If you have
X-ray
an
me?
aneurysm, yeah.
What is an aneurysm? I know how people die of
Yeah.
aneurysms, but like
My mom was just telling me
beforehand,
about that.
what is
Like, I'm not sure exactly, but I think my mom said someone she knows had something like that.
is it just inflated, an inflated vessel or
I have
something?
no idea.
Yeah, I've been getting it for very simple things. It used to be, it used to start when I was at work, and we do stretches before we get started working, and we do these neck twists, and when I'd like to do them pretty rough because at work there are labels that are up here, and I stare at them all day. My neck starts hurting, so
Yeah.
I like to get in there, and like maybe one day I turned hard and I felt the pain, like I had, I don't know, like it fucking tossed my brain or something. I went like this and it hurt, like bad, and now I just look to like the left or right and it'll come. So
like I'm hoping that you just tweak something, but you should go get checked.
I should.
A brain aneurysm is a bulging, weak area in the wall of an artery that supplies blood to the brain. In most cases, a brain aneurysm causes no symptoms and goes unnoticed. Oh, so you're good. It goes unnoticed.
Huh.
In rare cases, the brain aneurysm ruptures, releasing blood into the skull and causing a stroke. I wonder what it is about, like, I feel like, did you grow up with health insurance?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Did you
I
go
went
to
to the doctor.
Did you go to the, you went often? Eddie, did you? Did you go to the
Did you
doctor
go to the
often?
doctor a lot?
Yeah, when I had access.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because, like, I didn't really go to the doctor a lot. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people I know, they're like, it's fine, it'll go away. And I'm like, it's probably, like, a really serious issue. That, like, that you should get taken care of. And a lot of people are just
Yeah.
like, I'm fine.
Like, so I didn't know that when I was little. I didn't know that there were people that just couldn't go to the doctor. I mean, because they couldn't afford
Yeah.
it, but like literally they can't go because they can't afford it. So you see those pictures like on Reddit, and people have holes in their knees where maggots are just eating away, and they're like, yeah, I can't do anything about it.
See, because, like, at that point, you could just go to the emergency room.
And still charge you.
I know they'll charge you, but, like, it's better than maggots eating your thing. Because, like, what I'm talking about is, like, so my dad worked at the prison, and I had insurance for, like, up to, like, elementary school, I think. And then after that, like, we didn't have it. So I was like, oh, go to the doctor. My mom was just telling, I think I heard my mom say, like, I'll only go if I have something serious. She wasn't telling me that, but I overheard that, and I was like, well, fuck it, I'll only go when I'm something serious. So, like, if I had, like, a tweak or something, I was like, I'm not going to go to the doctor. Because I saw her not going. I was like, I'll be fine. I'm a big kid. But, like, realistically, they're like, if you have, like, a really bad sprain, you should probably get it checked.
Yeah.
Because, like, Glenn's having problems with his shins. You know that, right? And I'm like, bro, get that checked. Because I thought it was just shin splints. And he's like, it sounds a lot worse than what shin splints are.
Hasn't he always had? Hasn't he had that for like years?
I don't know. All I know is that the first time it started happening in basketball.
And
Like, I
I know
remember.
he would always mess up his shins in basketball.
No, because the first time it happened, he was like, I broke something. And I was like, bro, if it's that bad, go to the doctor. But, like, now he's just like, we'll be playing, and he'll be like, yeah, it hurts really bad. And I'm like, go fucking figure something out or stop playing basketball. That's just funny to me. When people are like, because, like, I feel like if you have a big problem, like me, I had no insurance, but I was like, fuck it, man. Take this shit out of me. I'm dying.
Yeah.
But, like, little stuff, we're like, man, my knee's been hurting lately. And you're just like, nah, fuck it. I'll be fine.
I don't have anything that severely bothers me, but there's things where I just want to know what it is. Like I don't think this is serious, but I'm curious.
It's like a checkup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
The head thing.
yeah. Yeah, I'd like to
That's
know.
the first thing I thought.
I'd like to know why there's a pain in my head.
Wendy, Shut up, Wendy.
It made me lose what I was gonna say.
So you want to know why there's a pain in your head?
Oh, yeah. But what I was thinking of, I don't know if this happens to other people, but sometimes I'm in a pool, and when I'm like walking in a pool, I can feel my knees. They feel like they're like rubbing up against each other where my knee meets.
Like no cartilage?
Yeah, it feels weird, and it only happens. It happens a lot in pool, and I think it's just because I can, I don't know.
Yeah.
Feel it. It happens sometimes out when I'm walking, but like it doesn't bother me. I can just feel
Is it
Then it does that.
uncomfortable or is it just hurt? No?
It's just like it's like a noise to me.
That's weird too, because like
Yeah,
you
so-
haven't done any crazy sports, have you?
No.
Yeah. That's to see like just like that, like when you're talking about the head, and that's the first thing that made me laugh is that like, so my stomach, I thought it was heartburn, and I didn't want to go get it checked. I was like, one, cost money, two, is just stomach pain. Like I can deal with stomach pain. If I had a head problem like that, I think I wouldn't fuck around. I'd just go to the doctor. I'd be like, ooh, this is scary. Ooh-wee.
To me, it's just like, okay, if I had that pain constantly, then yeah, I'd
Yeah.
go. But it shows up for a couple seconds. I kind of get this like overreactive feeling where I'm like, and then it goes away in a few minutes. I'm like, whatever. But if it stayed, yeah, I'd be at the hospital immediately.
Yeah. I would just tough it out.
Other than that, I don't think I have any other issues. I have my trigger finger stuff that I should probably get checked also.
I think you should definitely get that. I'm pretty sure you got arthritis in your fingers.
I might, or tendonitis, arthritis. I think
Or
if
carpal
there
tunnel.
is something wrong with my hands, I think it's tendonitis. I think arthritis is with the wrist. Tendonitis is with the digits.
I don't know.
I looked it up.
What about you, Eddie? Do you got any problems that we should check?
Now and then I get heart pains,
That's just normal everyday stuff, bro.
and I'm just like, I should do some cardio.
Have you guys ever had like true migraines
Yeah.
where like you couldn't even like get up?
Yeah. Senior year,
Really?
I missed like a week of school, and like I had an ear pain, and I don't even think it was really a migraine, but the ear pain was so bad, like I just stayed home and I sat on the couch,
I see like
and it just got worse and worse.
I had it when I was like maybe in middle school, and I think it was a weekend. So like, there's nothing serious going on. I was home anyways, but I just remember that I had this headache and it hurt so much, I couldn't get up. Like I was laying in the couch all day and it hurt so much, and I kept complaining to my mom that I was like, I have this headache, and I just wanted to cry. But I don't know. I was young. I just thought it was a headache, and then years later, maybe like a couple years ago, I figured out what like a real migraine is to people. Like people describe it.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's like a. It like takes people out. Like people have to lay in bed because of it. I was like, maybe that was a migraine, but it was just for one day. I don't know why it happened.
That's what I don't like is the heartburn thing.
I don't think I've ever had heartburn.
But see, like everyone says like, oh, it feels like this, and I'm like, I can't explain how my body feels. Like you asked me like, how did it feel when your gallbladder, and I was like, bro, I don't know how to explain the pain other than it fucking hurt.
Like you told us it was heartburn. So do you think you've had heartburn before and it felt like that?
I'm sure I've had heartburn before. I think. But see, like, you ever watch Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
Yes, but I don't recall.
There's a part where the girl's like, you ever have a orgasm? And she's like, I think, I don't know, how would you know? And she's like, you'll know. And I'm like, I don't want it to be that, like, I think I've had heartburn, like, trust me, you'll know when you have it. I was like,
okay.
But see, like, the other one, too, would be like in science, he'd be like, yeah, look at this slide in the magnifying glass, and like, what'd you see? And I'm like, I don't know, fucking blobs, I can't, it's just weird. It's I don't know what I'm looking for or whatever, and it just, people ask like, what did it look like? I'm like, I don't know. Look for yourself. Got your phone now? Back in the podcast, Eddie?
Yeah.
He wasn't interested in our bodily functions.
Yeah,
He's a
kinda.
perfect specimen with no issues.
Yeah, what kind of person has heartburn?
You got your gallbladder taken out first, bitch.
I never had heartburn though.
Fair
So
point.
you can live without a gallbladder. What else? What's the other one called?
Appendix.
Appendix.
Yeah.
Do you think people without those like use their energy better than people with it?
Okay, so
They don't have them. They have two organs that they don't need to waste energy.
I think the is appendix the one that like you could take out and shit. There's one that it has no effect. They're like they don't know what it is. We think we've evolved from it, but I know gallbladder it supposedly affects you. But so far I haven't had any problems. Do you have any problems? Like
Not a major problem.
Maybe it'll affect you guys when you guys are old.
I feel like when you're old, you're old.
Peeing, you don't even know.
I think that's just more of a like regular problem. But like me, I think for the first few weeks, I'd have pretty bad. You know, I'll change mine. Now, like, okay, so yesterday before work, I had fried rice. My mom made me some fried rice. I was like, this is good. I didn't think anything of it. And then around 4 o'clock, I was in at work, and I was like, yo, bro, cover my spot. And I had to run to the restroom, and then I almost beat the shit out of this little kid because there's a big stall and a little stall. And the kid took the big stall, and I was like, yo, man, trade me. He hadn't sat down yet, and he's like, no. I was like, bro, I'm not playing, like, 'cause, you know, I joke with the kids. I was like, I'm not playing for real. Trade me. He's like, no. I was like, ugh, I wanted to say fuck you, but I was like, I can't say that to a little kid. So then I go to the little stall, and I know in the big stall, this was my win. In the big stall, the lock on the door doesn't really it barely, like, you know how the lock where you slide it, it's not long enough.
It doesn't reach it. Yeah.
It barely reaches it. Which you have to position it a certain way to where it barely reaches it, and then you'll be fine. Unless someone barges in, they'll get through it. But like it barely reaches it. I'm taking my shit, and I hear him like, "This thing won't lock." I was like, "Yeah, fuck you, bro." Hope someone walks in on you.
You made it to the shitter though.
Yeah, that's the best thing about losing my gallbladder. Lost that fear of shitting in public places. Now I'm just like, yo, you can hear this fart if you want to. You can catch these noises.
I'm glad that you no longer fear public restrooms.
I'm
an advocate for public restrooms.
I didn't fear them. It was more like, okay, so I never told anyone this story. You guys getting this exclusive. In first grade, I was taking a shit. Thought I locked the bathroom. I didn't. Walked in the bathroom. And I was like, yo, man, what if someone walks in the bathroom? And that stuck with me for a while. And then after I got over that, I was like, I just can't get comfortable in the bathroom. And then now I'm just like, fuck it. I'm shitting. You have to be comfortable? Not really. Just let it out.
See, like school-wise, the bathroom was like, it was like a quick break from class. And like, yeah, I know some kids just went in there and went on their phones in front of the faucets, but not. I sat down on the toilet on my phone for like 20, 30 minutes.
God damn.
Clash of Clans or something. Because I didn't care. I love bathrooms.
I never went to the bathroom. Like you know
so
how they give you a pass?
What did you do?
They never gave. My pass would have like 2, and it was because I had to go pee, or like I had to go do something. That's all my it lasts all year. I remember the one year they gave us like 100 passes. And you told me, you're like, yeah, teacher did the math, and it was like, you have to go like to the bathroom 3 times a day to get them.
I remember that was in middle school. They gave it was like, because I remember 6th or 7th grade, they only gave us 10 passes. 10 fucking passes for the semester.
Didn't use any of them.
I fucking used them all.
Because you took long ass shits.
And then 8th grade, they gave us like 100 and something fucking passes to the bathroom. That year was lit. And it was cool too, because I remember like people would ask because they didn't have agendas, and they'd be like, "Hey, can I use your pass?" And then 6th grade me was like, "No, fuck you! I only got 2 more passes left." 8th grade, I was tossing my agenda everywhere.
I remember that.
You don't remember people asking for agendas?
I remember them asking for passes, but like I don't remember having only 10.
I think it was 6th grade. It was a small agenda. It was like this.
Nah, because 6th grade was pretty big. I remember that.
Maybe 7. I remember we had a small agenda, and my pass page was all fucking torn up.
All I'm saying is I kind of miss middle school. That shit was like easy as fuck.
Shit was easy.
And then like the agendas were lit. I don't know why. Agendas kept my shit organized, bro. Now
they made you.
They made me. Yeah.
They made you write. Like
teachers be like, write this in your agenda. Everyone take that out, and I'd be like, I'm on top of that. What I got right? What day? What time? And I'm a little organized. Now teachers are like, yeah, this due's 24th, and I come in, I'm like, what's due?
This was due yesterday.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me to write it in my agenda. I remember writing stuff in agendas. I never did any of the homework anyways, but it sure was nice of them to try.
I had to talk with some kid today, and I was like, you dumb. Because he's kind of dumb at the rec. And then he was like, I'm not dumb. I'm in high school. Dumb people can't get to high school. And I was like, bruh. I was like, I taken dumb classes. I was like, that shit's easy. I got an A in English and I didn't even try the whole entire semester. Fucked around.
Makes me wonder, are there dumber kids at the rec? You know?
Bro, they're so dumb. Like, I was telling my dad about this. Like, they're so dumb. Like, it's amazing. Okay, so, like, I separate the kids, like, elementary, middle school, and then high school. The high schoolers have beef with every staff. We tell them to do something, they don't want to do it. I'm like, then why are you here? You're big enough, you're grown, take your ass home. But they would rather get yelled at the rec than go home. I'm like, why? It makes no sense. And then also, I feel like I'm one of the more strict people. Like, you know, I'm in the gym, I'm like, hey, no backpacks in the gym, get out. Really? Get the fuck out. Every room I'm in, I'm strict in. Yet, every time I see kids, they know that I'm strict. They come to my room, I'm like, stop being dumb. Go pick on the person who does not. I'm like, just, if you're gonna be a hood rat, learn to be a smart hood rat. You know what I mean? Like, cause me, for example, who was our senior year econ teacher? Remember that?
Ms. Lady.
Anyway, her.
Yeah.
I was cool with her. You know, I had taken a class with her before. We were kind of cool, so I showed up late to that class every time. She didn't ever wrap me up. I was like, we're good. We're Gucci.
I like it.
Craig, I heard that he would not
Fuck
let you
her.
come in the class. So one time I had to come to his class really early in the morning. I was there like 5 minutes before, in my seat, like a good kid. If I knew who I could get away with shit, and I knew who I couldn't. But the kids over there, they're like, I'm gonna get away with everyone. I'm like, nah, you go get your ass kicked out of everywhere.
I remember everybody was talking about Craig's. Shit, I don't even remember what the class was. Was it government?
Yeah.
Everybody was like, yeah, it's gonna be the hardest class, and I remember I failed like every test, and I was barely passing because I was barely doing the assignments in class. And I remember the final, I was super scared, and somehow I passed the class with a C, and I feel like he just passed people.
That's how I felt about math junior year.
Math junior year?
I didn't, dude. There was one question
Myers?
that I was just making up shit for the thing, and she let me pass with a 68 for the final.
She did not let me pass.
She liked me. She used to stick her butt out. Bro, she would bend down at a 90-degree angle if she helped. Like, she'd help a kid next to you and then bend down at a 90-degree angle.
She wanted you to touch it.
See, and then part of me was like, dang, I feel kind of lucky. You know, maybe she has the hots to me. That little part of me. And then a little part of me was dashed when Patrick was like, yeah, she does the same to me.
Oh, I felt so bad for Patrick that he
Oh,
got
yeah.
caught cheating.
Do you hear about this?
He wasn't even
I
cheating.
remember it, but I don't remember.
All right, explain it to Patrick. Or explain it to Eddie and the viewers at home.
So he wasn't cheating, actually. I mean, he was planning on cheating. So he was taking his final in Myers. Him and Jacob were in there. I don't know why he had this, but it was for our, what was the class? Chemistry?
Yeah, for polymers.
They were taking the final for math, and he had his phone out looking at answers to chemistry. I don't know why.
I remember that.
I don't know why. Maybe he was sending them to somebody. I don't know why he thought that was a good time to send them. Anyways, Myers found him on his phone, found the picture, realized it wasn't even for her fucking class, but Mrs. Palomares, I think that was her name. Her name was on the sheet. So she took that to her, and then he failed chemistry because of it. And I still don't understand why he had that out. Like, he didn't even have answers out to the test he was taking.
You know, Patrick got high a lot.
I remember Jacob was telling us that he kept telling him to put his phone away, and he never would.
See, like Jacob, for example, like speaking of smart kids who like
Smart hood
who's
rats.
smart hood
Jacob's
rats.
a smart
Jacob's
hood
a smart hood rat. Okay, so out of all my years in high school, I took like one regular English class, or two, but really like one. And that one, Jacob showed me so much my senior year. We were showing up late to class. He's like, it's fine, dude. And I was like, what? We can do this shit. Like, but Jacob knows how to skid by with that C. He knows who to press the buttons and when not to press the buttons. He's lit.
Cheesy.
Speaking of school though, it makes me laugh that like you're like, yeah, I did the minimum and I barely passed. Because you said you were really smart in elementary. What happened to that?
I remember it being that they started making us read.
He was like, I was smart in kindergarten.
Okay, tests, all that shit,
Yeah.
I could do really well. But what happened was like first, second, same school, they would make us read. What was it called? It was called something. The program where we had to read a certain amount of pages,
Dibbles?
hours. No, at home.
Oh.
We had to read a certain amount of
Bro.
minutes or something from a book, and we had to I don't know. I just remember there was a big poster, kids' names, and it showed how many minutes they were reading at home. And I never read, and I remember one time the teacher told my mom, she was like, yeah, this is all the kids, all their hours they read, and she's like, and this is Martin, no hours. And then all I remember from that time of my life,
The ass beating our
was just that I was like, fuck reading, fuck all homework. I was like, why am I doing this? And then it just never came back.
But it's so weird because in high school you took 2 maths one year because you wanted to get like advanced.
Because everybody else started with geometry, remember?
No,
Didn't you
not
start with
everyone.
geometry?
I started with
You
but
started with geometry? I knew a lot of people who started with geometry because they scored high on the aims or something like that.
it was you had to take a test in 8th grade.
Yeah, and I thought I did well, but apparently I didn't. But I wanted to be with everybody else, so I was like, fuck this, I'll take 2 maths. And I ended up, I think I passed Razo.
That's funny because like you
I
say
did,
it like that
because
but,
I was
like,
in calculus with you.
yeah, you say that, but like honestly, I wanted to be with everyone else, and all my friends were in the lower classes.
Oh,
I didn't want to be in AP
it's
classes.
because I liked that you guys were going to be done with math senior year.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted. And I ended up catching up to the very last one, calculus. And I failed it. And they were like, yo, you're a senior. We don't want to kill you. Here, take this income management. And I was like, fuck yeah. That shit was easy. I don't remember what we did. But I passed with like a B, too.
All I'm saying is, fuck my stats teacher.
And then I think she caught me cheating on the final, too. And I still got a B. She was pretty cool, though. She's like,
You look stupid.
she's like, you know what? I'm going to give you an F on the last test. Not the final. I was like, thank you. I left.
Bro, all I'm saying is like looking back on high school, I'm mad and glad that I took AP classes. I feel like AP really helped me with like studying, because like I legit feel better as a studier. Like I don't get overwhelmed in college, because I got overwhelmed in high school and I was like, what is a lot? But classes in regular high school is just so much easier. Like a regular.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
A lot. Like I appreciate what AP classes did. Like I feel like I know a bit more calculus than normal people.
Yeah. But at the same time, a regular calculus class is like filled, like the English classes I took was just like insane. As far as like the teacher had no control, kids were bouncing off the wall. You have people like Jacory yelling, "Motherfucking nigga!" And I'm like, whoa, bro, this is fucking early in the morning. Like I had fights and shit. Teachers got fired. I'm like, this needs to chill. What was the AP English teacher?
Which one?
Yeah, where's Miss Douglas at?
Yeah,
I just hated that bitch. That's all I did.
I hated that I knew Miss Douglas was a pretty cool person out of school.
I don't think she was. I don't. I disagree with that 100%.
Okay, she was into cool things. She might not have been
You
a cool
liked
person.
her thing, yeah. She was into Japanese culture. You like Japanese culture.
She was into anime, she was into video games.
Bro, that's like...
But I'll admit she's probably like in the group of the category of people that are kind of annoying that are in that stuff.
Sit on the stairs.
Ooh, those stair walkers are crazy.
Hate those stair walkers. Now, like, you've been to Comic-Con, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I went 2 years, and there's this one floor, I think it's the second floor, And both the years I went, it was a group of cosplayers from like they were all cosplaying the same web comic thing, and they were all playing Spin the Bottle. And that's all they did all day. I remember we passed them all fucking day, and they were just sitting there playing Spin the Bottle. Both years.
See,
And I feel like Miss Douglas is one of those people.
I feel like people like that are like the ones who like weren't added on into other groups. Like, you know, like, oh, you know, you weren't like, they try to do sports and like they weren't accepted. So like I feel like now that they have their own little culture, and they're like not very accepting, like when someone's trying to like do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Cause like I think it's really cool that like on Reddit, on NBA, the subreddit, and I'm not saying it's just NBA, I'm pretty sure it happens on anime too, but like someone be like, hey, I don't really know much about basketball. How do I know? How do I learn a team? Or how do I figure out what team's my favorite? I'm like, that's cool. Like, but if you have a fan who's just like, this is my genre, they're gonna be like, find your own fucking team, loser. And I'm like, it's not what we need, guys. Let's be cool with each other.
Speaking of, how do I find my team?
Find your team.
Yeah.
Usually.
I didn't know there was a equation to this.
Okay, so like, there's a bunch of ways. You can go home team. None of my favorite teams in the big three, which is baseball, football, and basketball, are home teams.
So you don't like any home team?
I don't like any home teams.
D-backs went off this year.
I don't like D-backs.
You actually in the playoffs.
So
JD?
hey, sorry my Yankees, all right?
Stingers.
Aaron Judge?
Aaron Judge better break his ACL.
Why would you say that? You're a terrible person. That's why your running back got no wrist. Broken.
What does your team have?
0-3 record, dog.
Not San Diego.
See, that's
Not a
the thing.
good record.
So that's what I like about not being a home team is I literally care nothing about where they play.
Mm.
So San Diego Chargers moved to Los Angeles. I'm a Charger fan. And they're like, how do you feel about that? And I was like, I don't live in San Diego. I don't really care. I like cooler.
Not even the ring bothers you? Like, do you feel like San Diego Chargers sounds better just because it was...
LA Chargers sounds pretty cool.
It does. I mean, I brought that up because I think Las Vegas Raiders sounds stupid.
It does. It does sound stupid. But Las Vegas has very few names it could go with. The Las Vegas Vindicators. Someone get the guy on the phone. Oh, but the other way you could do it, so you can go hometown.
Okay.
None of my teams are hometown. Eddie, all your teams are hometown, right?
Yeah.
You don't have a basketball team, do you?
Not really.
Okay. But baseball and football? Hometown?
Yeah.
So you can go Eddie's route. You can go my route. My dad liked the Lakers, so I picked the Lakers. I think I started liking the Yankees because of Alex Rodriguez. Yeah, Alex Rodriguez and Derek Jeter. They're really cool to me in elementary. Picked them.
So you can go
That's
play
why
it.
I hate the
And then the Chargers. This kid really liked the Raiders, and the Chargers one season just spanked the Raiders, and I didn't really like that kid. I was friends with him, but I didn't like him. It was one of those snake friendships where I was like, yo.
It's like when I first met you.
Yeah. Nah, he was in my, because you remember elementary, you had 30 kids in your class.
Yeah.
So there's only
Those
so
a
many.
few kids you hate.
There are only so many kids. There are only so many kids in the class. So many boys that you like. Well, basically every boy was friends because they're like, unless they were fucking weird, then you didn't. You just kind of stayed away from them. Didn't want to get that touch. But so he was one of the boys. He liked football. He liked basketball. And I was like, yo, I'll be friends with him. He's kind of a douchebag. Hopefully he's better now. But he liked the Raiders. Chargers spanked the Raiders, and I was like, yo, Chargers are my team. If,
So that's the core reason why you like the Chargers?
yeah, and then from there, I just started liking them more and more.
It's a very psychological reason.
Yeah, bro. I like the Pittsburgh Steelers, too, because my dad made a bet with this dude, and he's like, yo, I bet my hair. It was a hair versus hair bet. And the Steelers kept my dad's hair, so I was like, I like the Steelers because they kept my dad's hair. Shouts out Steelers. Oh, so you can go that way, and then you could just find a stupid reason. I got that Chargers reason. I'm surprised you haven't picked the Rockets, because...
I think I'm going to go with the Rockets.
Yeah, you got 2 years on NBA 2K with the Rockets.
I just feel like I know nothing about him out of the way he looks, but Harden looks super cool.
Harden's a really cool guy.
Is he a cool guy?
Yeah, he hasn't had
So
any
like,
problems.
like personally, the only thing I know about him is when he rolled his eyes at that interview.
This is a Stephanie gift where he's just like,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure that was more of a joke. I'm pretty sure they asked him something.
Didn't the
stupid.
interviewer say something stupid?
I
about
think she
this
said
way?
something stupid. Yeah.
Oh, and then I think, like I told you, I think their tracksuits look super tight.
Oh, any matching tracks would look tight though.
But I like red. It's a nice red. Nice shade of red they got going on.
Then you just found your team, bro.
I kind of like the Suns. Just, home.
Can you name a player on the Suns?
Devon.
Close. It's close. Don't give him a hit. Don't give him a hit.
Nah, I'm mad because I don't. But I saw Arrow today at Walgreens and he was wearing a shirt with who I'm trying to say on it.
Devin Booker.
Yeah, Devin Booker.
Yeah. But
Rondo would talk about him a lot. That's how I learned about him.
he nice, but he ain't no Harden, you know.
Isn't he still? Is he still?
He's still young.
Huh?
It's his third season.
Is he still second string?
He's first. He's been a starter.
He's
since-
always been first.
Always been a starter.
Yes.
Really?
Mhm.
What?
It's the sun.
You are a Rocket fan.
Oh
bro.
no, I'm talking about somebody else.
I think he's talking about football. Cause
See, but Rockets got rid of Mr. Howard though.
Mr. Howard. Mr. Howard wasn't that good. He's been gone for 2 years though.
But I liked him.
Oh, you didn't play last year, huh? 2K.
No, I didn't play with
Okay, so that's why I was like, he's been gone.
Yeah,
for
the
2
team
years.
changed a lot in
Yeah,
2
yeah.
years.
Chris Paul's there now. Patrick
Yeah,
Beverly's
like,
gone.
what the fuck? They got Chris Paul.
Yeah, now they're a super
Chris
team.
Paul.
What position? Your point guard?
Yeah, see, like
Yeah.
when I played 16, I didn't fucking know who the point guard was. I was the point guard.
Yeah.
Now it's Chris Paul, and I'm like, Chris can't play.
Oh, so like, okay, so this is kind of the fucked up thing about 2K this year, is that, and I like it a lot as a person who watches basketball. I like it a lot, but as a person who really probably doesn't care about starters and players and all that shit, you're probably just like, I just want to play. But for me, it's cool that like this year, let's say you pick a team like the Warriors and you try to compete with Steph Curry, you just don't automatically take a spot because Steph Curry's an MVP. It makes sense logically.
Yeah.
Probably annoying for you because you're like, I don't give a fuck about logic. Fuck Chris Paul.
Yeah, and then I fuck up and they put me in. And they're like, sit back down.
Why don't you make another character? Make a big guy. Big guys are super easy to
How tall are
use.
you? What?
No, dude, this is my favorite part. One thing, how
I know-
tall are you in the game? How tall are you in real life? 5'9", right?
I'm 5'8" or 7.
5'8" or 7. He bumped up his height in the game.
5'11".
Oh shit! Didn't even want to make it a realistic 6. He said
That's why I told him I was
5'11".
mad because like, there's interviews in the game with Chris Paul, right? And fuck, I didn't know how tall Chris Paul was, but I watched this interview and he was like, "Yeah, I've always been vertically challenged," and I'm like, "How tall is he?" Says he fucking 6 foot, and I'm like, "Fuck you! I'm not even fucking 5'11".
What I think is funny is he is like, I'm gonna make my guy taller. He gonna be a giant. If he makes you feel any better, Isaiah Thomas, who's like an all-star, just got traded to the Cavs.
I also
He's
like
5'10", I think.
He's
Or
5'10"?
Yeah, he's balling. He's all-star.
I also like the play style of short players in the game. I like being
Oh, fast.
fast and being able to pick the ball from people.
Yeah,
Can't do it now. You fucking get some more VC for that shit. But
they really fucked this game up with VC this year.
Glenn, I'll tell you, you might hate me too, but I told Glenn right off the bat, I'm like, fuck VC. I was looking up glitches to get VC, and he was like, I think I'm not his friend anymore.
No, I agree. I mean, like, I won't do it personally, but
I did money glitches in Grand Theft Auto. Fuck that.
I just don't like it. I just don't like VC. Period. It's like money grab. Like you gotta pay to get a haircut. That's dumb. I don't like that system, and they're abusing it too. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's like before you get a bonus for playing like on a higher difficulty. That's gone this year. You get the same amount of VC if you play on rookie or
If you bought the
yeah, it's gone.
the
Yeah.
100 and something Legend Edition, didn't you get a start at level 8? Or
You got a higher
overall
VC.
8?
You
Or
got
you
like
just got more VC?
200,000.
Yeah, you got more VC.
Yeah, because I have a coworker who was like, yeah, I spent $106, whatever. He was like, got all this VC. He's like, I ended up spending like 50 more bucks on VC. And I'm like,
And see, like, that's the thing that sucks is, like, I won't buy VC. I don't think Raymond's going to buy it. I don't think Glenn's going to buy it. But, like, people like your coworker just ruined it. He just gave 2K.
Yeah,
He
was
gave
like-
2K extra $100 for doing nothing.
He was like, I'm already like overall 86, and I was like, he's like, we should play. And I'm like, I'm only 63. I'm 5'11". He's gonna make fun of me.
Is that what you said you played, bro?
The fucking dude's tall in real life too, so I can't imagine how tall his character is.
Bro, you don't base your character off your height, goddammit. You know, you're the only person I know who bases it off of his height.
How tall is your character?
6'3".
Is he a point guard?
Yeah. I think Raymond's is about 6'3", Glenn's is 6'3". No,
How tall
Glenn's
is
is
Steve
6'5" or
Nash? 6 foot?
6'4".
Is this your first
Glenn's 6'3".
2K?
No, this is his second.
2K16, I made him 5'11" too.
I did that my first one. The second one. I
This
was
one,
6'5".
this game made me do it again because when you change your height, it shows you
The stat changes.
your stat changes, and I'm like, I like stealing the ball, and I was like, if I'm short, it says I can steal the ball more. And I'm like, I'll do it.
Make you 5'6".
I should have just been 6'1" or something.
When I get, I'm probably gonna go like 6'3", 6'4".
I get fucking people snub the shit out of me.
All I'm saying is 2K really ain't irked me. I can go a whole podcast shitting on 2K. Let's change the subject.
Ooh. Track of the week.
Track of the week. Ooh. I want to say Lonzo Ball because Lonzo Ball be dropping fire, but I'm not gonna say that. I had someone. You guys say your tracks real quick. Let me find the track.
My phone's dead, so I'm gonna have to think.
Rockstar Post Malone.
I was
Ooh,
gonna
that's a good
say. Is someone gonna say that?
I'm listening to
So
that.
this is an
Not a
old
whole
one.
bunch.
It's not an old one. It's a couple weeks old, but Ziploc by Tyler the Creator. He
Never
put
heard
it.
it.
He put it on YouTube. I like it a lot.
Is it single?
He just put it on YouTube. It's off of Jay-Z's instrumental. It's a really good song.
How old is it?
I'll look it up right now. But it's that came out a little bit after the album came out. No, it came out 1 month ago,
I've been listening to.
August 23rd. So it's been a while. About a month.
23rd.
I've heard it too. Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I forgot what her name is. I think it's SZA.
SZA?
SZA? Yeah, I was gonna say SZA.
SZA,
I was
dog.
gonna say SZA because I was prepared for this track of the week thing, and I was gonna look up an interview for her to see if they call her SZA or SZA.
Yeah.
And I forgot to do it, so I was like, "Fuck, I'm just gonna go with one."
What's it?
So I went
I've been hearing a lot
SZA.
about her. I've been meaning
So
to
I
listen to
listened
her.
album, Control.
Is it good?
I like it.
There's just so much music coming out now that like it's hard to find.
I don't think it's that there's so much music. I think it's that we don't have time.
So there's so much.
We don't have time.
There's not
You're just
there's not
rephrasing what I
enough
said.
time.
Because
There's
I
not
really
enough
I haven't
time
listened to Lamborghini. Oh, that was the thing we talked about last podcast. Cozy Tapes 2. I listened to it again. I like it more than I liked it the first time. But I haven't listened to the full thing because it's just I haven't gotten into that mood yet. I haven't gotten into the cozy. I'm saying moods. Like it's hard to get into that SZA mood.
The Z and the A should be small if it's gonna be SZA.
Okay, he's still on that. But it's really hard to like find time. I think is the like not time, but I got to be in a certain mood. It's the same way with Netflix and shows. I got to be in a mood to like want to go and try that new show like Breaking Bad. I haven't tried it out because I'm like, I just haven't wanted to sit down and watch that show.
What needs to push you to see? Like for SZA, I saw Kendrick tweeted it out, and I was like, I'll listen to this. I like Kendrick. And that's it.
It's just whenever I get a wild hair up my butt. Like, I think for The Office, I finished it when I saw something on Reddit. Or just when I get a certain mood where, like, I just want to watch this. Or I want to listen to this. Cozy Tapes, I had one song got in my playlist or some shit like that. I listened to it, and I was like, I'm going to listen to 3 more songs. And then I got out my car.
I feel like I'm pretty patient with stuff like that. Like with The Office, I feel like you need to have some patience for it.
Yeah,
to get
9
into
seasons.
it. Community, I know if I didn't have patience, I'd probably stop watching after episode 2. I thought the beginning was kind of boring, and then all of a sudden I'm 5 seasons in and I love this show.
Eddie's that way with Parks and Rec. I told them first season slow, get past that.
I love Parks and Rec. Great show.
Huh?
I'm that way with every show. Just because the way I am.
I'm just saying, bro.
Parks and Rec first season, not even bad.
It's a short season.
That's
so you can
not.
get
But
through
see,
it.
you guys told me that about Breaking Bad. You're like, the first 3 episodes are kind of boring. And they're not bad. I enjoyed them, but it's just,
It's slow.
yeah. I was telling you, like, my watch later on YouTube's catching up, like to like 300 videos now, and it's just I haven't been in the mood to watch YouTube videos for whatever reason.
I haven't put a video on my watch later since like 2012.
You just watch them.
I just watch. What I do now is I watch videos that pop up in my recommended, because for me personally, YouTube recommended is gold. I love YouTube recommended. It always gives me something I want to see. Like,
see, I watch those videos right away on my recommended,
Like-
but I check my subscription feed and I put those in the watch later.
I do that after the recommended starts to get stale.
So that's how you never see my videos.
like with all those video essayists,
Yeah,
I'm not subscribed to any of them. I watch when they come up in my recommended.
dirty bitch.
Well, a lot of them upload shit that I don't like. Like, do you watch The Nerd Writer?
Yeah.
So, he does really good video essays, and then he does the other stuff too that I don't really like. So I don't suck.
I hate it because I like your approach to it, but I get a little bit. I don't know if you would call it not anxiety, but I get this like weird feeling that like if I don't watch every video, like if I miss a video and I'm behind, I'm like I'm gonna get sad.
So I start to have those feelings for certain like channels, like when we were talking about video essayists, you're like, do you watch this one? I'm like, I don't really know their names. I'm starting to learn, like, there's Karsten Runquist, I like him. Super Eye Patch Wolf, I like him. But I'm not subbed to any of them. I wait till I see something I recommend.
I'm to be honest, I'm tired. I'm a little tired of video essays.
Really?
Yeah, because to me,
I'm sorry.
they're all becoming like really. The one that's bad is what's it called? And I used to like that. What's the one with Thug Notes?
Thug Notes?
Yeah.
Philosophy?
Wisecrack.
Wisecrack?
I've been listening to them and I was just like, bro, like I don't really like these. They're becoming more theories and stuff. I'm like, you guys are overthinking the show and it's killing it for me.
So you don't like Jared's quick takes? On Rick
I
and Morty?
like them and I don't because I'm like I just want to watch the show and I think I'm getting too deep into it. So let me watch it.
What was this? Oh, see, like, yeah, I was starting to get bored with movie essays, and then I started going on to fucking video game essays, and then anime essays. They're talking about, like, what makes a shonen villain, and I'm like, yeah, tell me. What makes a shonen superhero? It's talking about how all anime, Shonen Jump, certain brand of animes,
Tell Eddie, I don't know what the fuck
all
you're
of their
saying.
superheroes are the same. Goku, Naruto, all of them. Hunter, X Hunter. They're all the same, like, perfect person.
Is this how I sound when I'm talking about 2K? And I'm like, I never get bored. Because when I'm done with my career, I go to my GM. And then my team. And then play now. Quick play mode. Because he was like, yeah, I'm getting tired of video. I thought he was going to say video essays in general. He's like, I was getting tired of movies. So I went to TV.
I think I realized that I love analysis. Because, so then I started getting tired of video essays in general. And now I'm going into analyses of, like, top 8s for Smash tournaments.
I like analysis too. But, like, I feel like it's a genre that I have to, like, I can't dive into. Like, Casey Neistat, do you know who that is?
I was just talking about him, but no,
He's
I don't know.
a huge
I know
vlogger.
Yeah.
But I love his vlogs.
Really?
Like, just the
I've never-
cinematic approach he has to it, I could dive into that and I won't get bored. I watch his videos, like, a bunch of times over.
I want to know if somebody's ever, like, tokened a term for these, like, pretty people vloggers.
He's not a pretty person.
I mean, he's rich, makes him pretty.
You want to see what he looks like?
But, sure, she can joke.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways, I've been seeing a lot of them, and they're kind of pissing me off.
So,
I know you're not, like, a huge fan of, like, FaZe, you know, the FaZe clan?
yeah, I've heard about them.
They're all fucking hot.
I don't like that YouTube drama. I will. Is this,
Oh, a Sniper Wolf?
all that shit.
Yeah.
Every phase, Rice Gum, Jacob,
Jake Paul, Logan
Jake Paul. Yeah,
See, I want
I
to
can't
know
watch that.
what this category of vloggers are, because I've been seeing a bunch of them.
I would just call them daily vloggers.
But they're hot.
Hot daily vloggers. I don't know. Here's Casey Neistat.
Looks like Austin on crack.
Yeah. He is currently known as YouTube's golden boy.
Is he?
Yeah. His vlogs are PG.
Ooh.
Or more like PG-13, I'll say.
He doesn't look PG, I'll admit that.
But what makes his videos great is that, like, just the way he films it. He's a film artist, and, like, I want you to watch him because we do videos, and I was like, yo, it'd be really cool because, like, him and his brother started this thing, and he's, like, showed what he started filming on, and I was like, bro, this is great inspiration for us.
See, like, the reason I was talking about him with Wendy, and I was telling her that I think I'm realizing, because I was like, I saw a video from, like, the Streamies Awards from this year, and there were a bunch of people I didn't even know on it, and I was like, I feel like I don't even know the YouTube community, and I was like, I think I don't like mainstream YouTubers. I think I'm a hipster to YouTube.
I think
And I don't know what to do.
I think it's just like anything though. Like, it's hard because, like, I feel like the YouTubers you watch are mainstream, you just don't know it. But yeah, there are certain people who have a lot of subscribers that I'm not a big fan of. They appeal to. The problem is that they're. I wouldn't say problem. The thing is that they appeal to a certain demographic, like Jake Paul. His demographic is a very young age, 13 and below. Every kid at that, like Glenn Cola, knows about him.
Jake Paul?
They know about Jake Paul.
I guess like
that's who he appeals to.
Uh-huh.
And honestly, if I was 13, I'm like, yo, that's cool as fuck. He's got a big ass house with a bunch of friends and he's doing stupid shit. Like, that's cool. As a 19-year-old, a more mature person, I'm like, that's reckless and irresponsible. And this is not entertaining. It's just like him yelling in the camera. But Casey Neistat, he was like one of the first daily vloggers that like got good. Like, he changed how daily vlogging is done. Like, he used the DSLR. He was one of the first ones to use the DSLR to make it look more professional. But he was saying that he thinks it's gonna die soon.
Yeah.
Vlogging, and he's like, it's gonna come into more like skits.
It's our time.
No. Because it was like, he talked about this one girl, and I watched her videos. Her name's Liza Koshy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But
Liza.
her type of videos are like that girl Gabby, like where they just talk to a camera and then they have a couple skits.
In the middle.
Yeah. I want legit skits. Like,
Yeah.
I like those. Like, Rocket Jump, those are cool.
They used to be on top.
Rocket Jump was tight. They had a comeback video or whatever.
I saw that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
They lost all the subscribers.
It was sad.
Oh, but I was gonna say, I think it's just like with see, I don't think any top channel is still up there. Like, I think they're all smart. Like Jake Paul, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he's substance wise, there's not a lot there. I wouldn't know. People say that, but I think he's not dumb. I mean, he's popular for a reason, and I think he knows. But to me, I think it's probably, if I have to try to figure out why I don't like all these big names, is that they have so many people they need to appeal to, and I'm not a big fan of general YouTubers. They appeal to general audiences instead of like a specific one. Like, I like a bunch of different things, and I think I like to go to that certain area to get what
Do you
I
just
like.
feel like they're not authentic then? Because they are so appealing to so many? Like, it is hard. Like, I
guess
could
so.
very easily bullshit and say I like anime.
Yeah.
I know enough where I can be like, yeah, bro, I like it, you know, and then you guys ask me questions like, what's your favorite one? Oh, you know, like, Naruto, and then be like, oh, okay, so I can kind of bullshit that, but then you can kind of see quickly that I'm bullshitting.
Yeah, I think so, because, like, a quick example would probably be, like, I like to watch video essays, I like to watch anime-related stuff, I like to watch Smash stuff, and then can't think specifically, but I know there's somebody that I watch something else, and then he'll talk about Smash, and it kind of bothers me, and I'm like, I'm not watching you for Smash. I know you don't know Smash like these other channels do. So I guess so. Maybe I like these niche channels. I'll go walk to every single one.
I more dislike them because they're just like, there is no substance. And then, like, it's just clickbaity, and it just reminds me of middle school. And I don't want to be reminded of my middle school life. Because I don't like me in middle school.
You were all yellow.
I think everyone is, like...
Everyone wore all yellow.
No, I'm saying, like, I feel like a lot of people were, like, this is why I don't like XX.
Mm.
It's a phase where you go through in middle school where you're like, bro, we don't need to do this. We don't need to do that. School's a lie. Why are we even going to school? And then you're like, it's not a lie. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. But you feel like you know so much. But it's the same thing that everyone's going through.
The only thing I take and remember really from middle school was that sometimes the things that I think aren't true. I used to think that I looked amazing in purple shirts. People quickly told me that that was not true.
I don't remember you in purple shirts.
I told you my 6th grade yearbook where I'm bald, I'm shaved head.
You still haven't shown me that.
Purple and black striped shirt, like fucking. I don't know whoever wears.
Yeah, Hamburger.
Yeah, like the hamburger. I'll do it tonight. I'll send you the picture of it tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I used to think all these styles that I liked in middle school, and people would tell me that it didn't work for me, and I'd get offended, but I would take their advice wholesomely. And I'm noticing that still happens. Like Noah, he has like Pokemon shirts. He has. I noticed it with this Iron Man shirt that he has. He has an Iron Man shirt, and it has like a bunch of different Iron Man suits.
Yeah.
And I've seen him wear it before. My mom said that he liked the shirt, and then one day he wanted to throw it away. He said that kids at school made fun of him for it. And I was like, dang. I want to tell him, like, yo, be you, but I know I did not be me. I got rid of the clothes that people made fun of me for, too.
And it's hard, too, because, like, for example, same situation, but I remember my sister was like, why you wear, like, little kid tees? And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I used to wear, like, graphic tees. She's like, why don't you just wear, like, a normal t-shirt? And I was like, And she's like, every t-shirt you have is, like, Family Guy on or some shit like that. And then part of me was like, didn't really care. And then I was like, you know what? It is kind of childish. So I don't know if I was being me or if I was influenced. So maybe it's the same thing for him that, like, maybe he is being himself. Maybe he is like, you know, I don't
maybe
like
he's
it.
realizing it, too.
Yeah. Or maybe he's being influenced. It's a weird, soft, touchy subject.
See, like I
Hey, bro, that's your cuñado. You better help him out. I'm waiting for the kick under the table. I'm pretty scared.
So like I remember that was for me too. Like I wore weird shirts, and then people would make fun of me for it. And then a little bit of me would go, all right, let's go more plain. And then a little bit of me would go, all right, let's get a fucking Nyan Cat shirt, Waffle Kitty shirt.
Yeah.
And then people
like
liked that shirt. People liked that shirt, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck's right. Do I go plain?
People like that shirt because people like the thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand. I was like, do I need to wear plain red shirts, or do I wear like out of?
This nigga said plain red, like I ain't wearing a plain red shirt.
Or like meme shirts. I don't think I ever found that middle ground.
Honestly, I don't think it would have hurt me. Like I never really care what other people say unless it's someone I trust. Like you two would be on that list if I was wearing something and you'd be like, bro, that looks kind of dumb. I'd be like, all right, it's dumb. But like honestly, if like Austin, Glenn, or Jacob said something stupid, I'd be like, I don't really care what they say.
I don't know how I would take it from.
Cause like if a kid at school was like, yo,
like
you wearing a stupid ass shirt, I'd be like, yeah, well your mom's stupid as fuck too for letting you come out like that. Like I wouldn't care. But if it was someone close like my sister when she said it, I was like, ooh, I need to change something.
I know, that's weird. Because to me, I feel like Austin, Glenn, and Jacob, I feel like they all dress very much. They have a certain style that fits them. I don't know how they found it, but to me, what I see, I was like, yeah, they found a style that fits them.
Mm-hmm.
They know what they're doing when they put clothes on. I don't. So if they tell me something, I feel like they know. If you told me something, I'd be like, yo, Jose, fuck you. I wear whatever I want around you. Not because I feel like you have no style. I like your clothes.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, I have this relationship with you where I'm like, I'm not dressing up to impress you, Jose.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying though. Is like that I had the exact opposite take on it. I'm not saying that you guys dress bad, but I don't think you guys dress like. I'm not saying either way,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is that, if for example, I know Austin, Glenn, and Jacob have more opinionated on it. You guys aren't really opinionated, so if you guys say something to me, I'm like, okay, it's probably more serious. Like if I had a mohawk and you guys like, that shit don't look good, Jose. And I'm like, for real? And I mean, I've worn some stupid stuff or some looks that I wasn't proud of, and neither of you guys said something crazy. Or I've done dumb things, and you guys were like, that's not super dumb. But if I did something dumb, and you guys actually spoke up and said something, I'd be like, okay, this is that line. So like that's how I put it. This is more of that line crossing. Because like if my parents told me something like, God damn, something's wrong, because my parents never tell me how I dress. But if they said it now, I'd be like, that's weird. Because I feel like, Austin and Glenn aren't afraid to share their opinion. So that's why I would take it more as like, oh, they're just being their usual selves.
Yeah, I see. Like for you, if you came with a mohawk one day, I'd feel like whether you looked ridiculous or not, if you enjoyed it, I'd be like, he's happy. I'm not gonna tell him anything.
This is like a fucking dumbass. And you're like, he's happy.
I'm just telling you right now.
You lost that privilege, Eddie. You're the only person in the squad who I care about as telling me something
If you ever
bad.
looked stupid, I don't think I'd tell you. Unless you wanted to know if you look stupid.
I want to know
if you
I
were
look
questioning your mohawk.
Stupid.
If you were questioning your mohawk,
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
probably tell you.
Yeah.
But if you were like, guys, look at my mohawk, I'd be like, hey, that is a mohawk.
Eddie, do you trust anybody with your style, or do you just go off what you feel like?
I think I have decent style.
Is there anybody you take pretty serious?
No.
Denise?
No.
No? You don't care what she says?
Not really. I know when she says something, I know it looks stupid. Like, I know I'm dressing that way. Like I'm wearing shorts with short socks, high tops, tank, and a dumb hat. And yeah, I know it looks stupid. Cause I just threw it on.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm gonna go out, I'll get something decent.
You just trust your style that much?
Faith in the style.
I feel like the same way as that. I don't do anything. I don't feel like he does anything crazy, and I don't do anything crazy.
So like I never
About overalls?
I never go into my closet and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna look fucking tight today.
Yeah.
But like today, like these clothes that I'm wearing right now, I think they look nice and I hope I look good in them. But like these shorts, they have a fucking pee-pee hole that I think looks stupid as shit. And if somebody told me about it, I'd probably stop wearing these shorts.
Is there a button?
Yeah. But the button doesn't do anything. It's weird.
What?
The button,
Is it
I
the
show
button?
you, but it's kind of weird. The button's up here, but the hole's down here.
Look at my pee-pee hole.
It's like the zipper's not all the way up. Or you know when the zippers break on a backpack, and like there's a hole in the middle, but these two parts of the backpack are zipped. The ends are zipped, but the middle's not. That's the way it is. I don't know how. I can't explain
That's cool, I guess.
it. It's not.
I don't know. Is it actually a button, or is it just a show?
It's a butt. It's a. I'll show you. I'll show you later. I don't want to stand up right now.
So it's the end of the podcast.
Is it? I don't know how long we've been here. My phone's been dead.
Hour and 18 minutes.
I mean-
it's an hour and 30, but
Hour and 30?
Hour
We're going
and
12
30.
more minutes.
12 more
What do you want to talk about? Because you haven't been talking at all.
I bought that laptop.
You want that laptop?
I bought that laptop.
We had a disagreement on a laptop.
Oh,
And we're going to see who wins in 10 years.
10 years?
He thinks that a $1,000 laptop will last him 10 years.
Ooh, what laptop?
HP Spectre.
HP Spectre?
I told him that it don't matter how much you spend, as long as you take care of it. Keep the RAM up pretty, or like make sure you got enough RAM.
You didn't tell me any of this.
Huh? No, I told you. I was like, as long as you keep it up. My laptop, for example, my laptop's pretty old. I've had it for a year now, but before I had it for a year, it's an older model, and it's still keeping up just fine. Recording our podcast.
Deleting some.
That was Fruity Loops' fault. That was Fruity Loops' fault. Shouts out Fruity Loops. And we fought over it. You know, I punched him in the gut. He punched me on gallbladder. Psych, it's not there. No, but I just don't feel like technology's not going to last that long.
No.
Like, okay, for example, with your laptop right now, if you're just going to use it, like, because it's a catch-22, really, like, what are you going to use it for?
What?
Like your laptop.
Which one?
The one you're going to buy. Or the one you bought.
Same thing I use my one
What do you use it for?
for. Homework.
Okay, so...
Skyrim.
Okay, but homework. So just like papers and shit?
Mostly.
Okay, so you could have used any laptop for that, and then if it just had Chrome, you'd have been Gucci.
I can. But can you take that laptop anywhere?
You could take any laptop anywhere. That's the whole entire
Not
point.
my laptop.
And then the other part, what I was saying is like, yeah, sure, if you want like a nice laptop, like a great, if you're gonna like edit videos and shit like that, you're gonna want a nicer laptop. But then those laptops are gonna become outdated in so many years, and you're only gonna be able to use them for writing papers, which you could use this for. That's what I was saying. Is that, yeah, for 10 years, you might be able to write papers in 10 years with your laptop, but you could have done that with a cheaper laptop.
How much was it? The laptop?
After buying warranty and everything, and shipping and all, it's like 1,100.
1,100.
Yeah.
I think. So I'm not huge on computers, but I don't think for like a laptop specifically, I wouldn't want to spend like more than. How much was yours?
Mine was 5, but it was
5?
cheap. Mine was 4 or 5.
4. Yeah, I wouldn't want to spend more than like 5.
The higher
I would spend over 1,000 on a desktop.
Your laptop right now, the one you guys have is an Acer, right?
Yeah, this Acer is $300.
Asus is the like premium one. Asus was like an $800 one, and it looked really nice, but the RAM was low. 1,000 was for like the higher premium Asus, bigger ones. So about 1,000, you're looking at the high end ones.
For like 1,000, I'd want like a built PC, something from like Newegg or something.
Well, see, like what's saying that though is like the problem with that is what. For me and him, we portable, so like it'd be pointless to get a PC.
What I was saying is what I was gonna say is I wouldn't want to spend. I would spend like 1,000 on a computer that I would want to do like creative things on. Like Adobe, maybe
Mhm.
get. I don't know. What do you think about Mac?
Mac's cool, but it's expensive.
Very.
If you're not looking at price, Mac's the best. But the Mac that Eddie was looking at one time, my computer was better RAM wise, better processor. I think. I don't think it was better processor, but it was a third of the price.
Mm-hmm.
And my computer runs Illustrator, Photoshop, Premiere, this thing, Elgato, Fruity Loops, all that shit perfectly fine. I have no problems with it. It's good.
Doesn't Mac can't run like
Mac can run all that except Fruity Loops.
except Fruity Loops?
Yeah, because
It has its own whatever.
Yeah. And Mac's cool, but it's weird because they can run it, but it's just, I don't know, it's expensive to run it if you really want to do it. What was I going to say about the laptop though?
You guys were having an argument 10 years. See,
Oh, no.
like in 10 years, I don't think I would ever imagine I could have a laptop for 10 years. They're not built.
I think
to
it's
have
like
10
18
years.
months now. That I had a computer class and she said 18 months.
That's how long they should last.
Not last, but how quick it becomes outdated.
Outdated.
Yeah.
Jared always says that. I don't know where he got it from, but he always says next week you buy something that's outdated, which is true in like technology wise, but not like producing computers.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see a computer from the same brand
Yeah.
come out a week later. unless it's iPhone, which is actually happening in October. They're dropping the 8, and then 2 weeks later, it's gonna be outdated. By the
Not
10th,
really.
3 weeks.
It's not outdated though.
To some.
But it's a different phone, bro.
Outdated, bro.
You're outdated. Man, I had something that it had something to do with the laptop, and now I'm mad because I can't think of it, and now I'm looking up technology outdated thing.
You got it from Amazon?
Yeah.
Nice. I want a laptop.
You had a laptop.
I had a laptop, and then it just exploded. Laptops in my house explode.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Oh, so that laptop that we used to record the beat everything on. So that laptop was really good to me. It recorded everything I needed, and it lasted about 8 years.
8?
8
With you?
with me, before
So
me
you-
and with me.
So who? Your dad or?
My dad bought it from someone,
Oh,
but it was running Windows 7, so it was pretty old.
Windows 7.
It would still be working today, but I got a virus. That was my fault. Operator error. It was working just fine before that. It was a little slow on certain things, but that's just RAM. RAM gets slow. That was my point. It was a cheap laptop. It lasted long enough. The only thing that started wearing down was its speed, which is gonna happen with everyone. Cause like before when my dad bought a computer, I was looking at the specs and like you need 4 gigs of RAM to run Premiere, and then like the new one I got, this has 6, and it struggles sometimes. Not struggles. Its exporting speeds are pretty slow with Premiere.
Mm.
I'm like, ooh, I wish I would have got that extra something RAM because it's taking forever here.
So I don't want a desktop. More power to you. And I don't travel very much, so I don't really need a laptop or anything.
Biggest reason I got the laptop was school, and
You
it
take
wasn't
it
even
there.
it wasn't even a take it there. It was I had a math class and I was losing my mind being in the back room because my computer's in my back room.
Mm.
I was just losing my mind in the back room doing homework. I was like, I need to watch TV or something. I'm like isolated back here, feel like I'm dying slowly. Real fun stuff.
So that's,
But you need to get a laptop, bro.
I mean, yeah.
Or you need to get something because you know your video's supposed to be coming out, bro, and you know I'm not getting any.
I'm gonna have to start editing on YouTube's editing
It's
software.
shutting down.
Huh?
It's shutting down.
Is it?
Yeah,
When?
I think soon. Honestly, I think it's this month or next month.
Is it? Wow.
It might be shut down
Why?
already.
Too much for them to handle?
I don't know why. I didn't look up why.
Damn. I'm gonna have to start editing on my phone.
If you had an iPhone, bro, you could do the good old iMovie.
Ooh, like
Ugh.
those stocks.
Hmm?
Those stocks.
Oh, you want to talk about stocks?
How about them socks?
Those stocks.
I was bummed, bro. I talked to my business manager. I'm not my business teacher, right? He knows a lot about stocks, right? And I was like, hey, what's a good amount to start with stocks, like cash wise? He's like, for you or someone else? I was like, for me. He's like, I wouldn't recommend it. He's like, you're so young. He's like, putting 1,000 into stocks. He's like, you could just go buy a new tire or something. And I was like, no. I was like,
Don't need new tires.
I need stocks. But it is a really slow thing.
So you start early.
Yeah, but I mean, you might be one of the few people out of all of us that has money saved.
I got stocks in Walmart right now.
You did? You got your little dividend thing?
Yeah.
Did you sell them or did you?
It's growing right now because I think they match it after. I think they match it every single paycheck. Every single paycheck I put in like $1 or $2, and they match it at like $14 Walmart stock.
Yeah, $14.
Yep. And I'm gonna sell it right before Walmart crashes.
Right before it gets big. Walmart's taking off, bro. I'm telling you.
How you know it's gonna crash? DC gonna explode?
You said you got 14.
I think it's 14.
All right, so this was one thing I learned is that a stock is very small amount of the actual company.
Yeah.
If you own a stock, you're probably not even close to a percentage, like a mile away from a percentage. So you don't even own a share. A
like
share of Walmart right now is $78.95. So $78.
I mean, I can at least take the money out.
You said you own about $15 divided by 78. You got about 0.19 of a share.
Most of my coworkers there, they just use it for like a quick savings so they can take out whenever they need it. Like my cousin that works there, he told me that he had like $80 in it and he took it out. Bought, I don't know what he bought. It's easy to take out. There's no whatever. No fees.
Stock, you just sell it. That was one thing, bro. Like, I was tripping out because he was talking about his son. And he was like, every time... He was a really good dad. My dad's shitty compared to him. I guess every paycheck, he would take all of his son's paycheck and give him 50. And then when someone was like, why don't you just give me money? He's like, just ask. He's like, if you want money, I'll give it to you. He's like, just ask. He's like, this is for you. I was like, my dad would have been like, nah, you work, go over there. And then he put money into the right stocks, and the time came and someone was like, I need $12,000 down for this house. And I was like, all right, here's the stock, sell it. You got his 12. He still owned like 5 other stocks. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing over here in school?
Have your dad give you $12,000?
Bro, I just need 1,000, and I can flip that, bro. I can flip that for you.
To
1,200.
Okay.
Yeah. And then over time, bro, you're gonna have that up to 2,000.
How many months we talking? 2,000.
Bro, look, I've been playing this game, right? And it's just based off real life stocks. Bro, what do you want to bet? What do you want to bet, bro?
Wait, is that
That's the best
same
broker
thing?
one. Yeah.
All I'm saying is I was the highest in high school.
No, you were not.
Yes, I was.
I was
Yes,
higher
I
than
was.
everyone, bro, and
No.
then my stock just dropped. Yo, Eddie,
I
you
didn't
had a
even
high
touch
one,
it.
right? Eddie's, bro, if he would have sold out at the high one, ooh. Eddie had a high.
What
Yeah.
was the number we started with? Was it
25,000. You started with 25,000.
I think at a point, all of you were like below 20, and I had 27, and then I just quit playing.
No, because I had about 27 too.
All I remember is I
don't know if I was higher than you, but I remember everyone else was low, and I thought I was the only one, but apparently I wasn't. I had a high one. But you know what? I mean,
these games though. I mean, if we had $20,000, I'd be too scared to buy stocks.
I mean, there's certain stocks though that are very
Safe.
yeah, like okay, so the S&P 500, it's a collection of 500 stocks, like the best stocks in the United States, and you invest into that, and like it does. Okay, so it's a catch-22. In the last 6 months,
Yeah, I read the book.
Huh?
I said I read the book.
All right, chill out, Miss Douglas. In the last, what is it? I'm trying to think of this. This thing's really weird as an app. In the last 6 months, it's gone up about 25. It's gone up $200.
Okay.
I just bought one Bitcoin.
Hey, Bitcoin might be bad to be honest. My teacher was telling me about that.
Never blow
It's
it up.
falling.
Yeah, bro, it's falling. So he was telling me about this investor, and the investor said it's a bad move, and this investor is supposed to be like a predictor of every fucking thing in the world.
Oh yeah.
Watch Bitcoin blow up, guy. Did Bitcoin ever blow up? Was ever a...
Yeah, it got really high. All right,
What
so
happened to
if
Bitcoin?
you would have invested a year ago,
What do you tell me?
if you would have invested
A year ago into what?
just into this S&P 500,
Yep.
okay, if you would have invested a year ago, $21,000 or $2,100,
$2,000 a year ago. I had that.
yeah,
Right?
you would have made about $500
2 years. Or a year.
in a year. But
But
it doesn't go up, it doesn't go down a lot. It doesn't go up a lot.
it's just small.
Yeah, it's pretty consistently been going up. The Dow 30 is a little bit more up and down, roller coastery, but even that's been going up.
Sound
Cheesecake
stocks.
Factory though.
Cheesecake Factory should not be going up. It's a stupid stock. All right, for example, if you would have invested 18,000 into the Dow a year ago, you would have made 4,000.
I said I didn't have 18,000 to invest.
But you don't have to invest. I'm just saying. So do the numbers, the percentages.
I know what you mean.
So I mean, it's you just got to look at the right stocks. I mean, now if you go and invest in the fucking Snapchat, it's a very up and down stock.
I feel like it should have blown up in the last couple of
It
years
did.
with
It already blew
the
up.
ads that they started putting on.
It already blew up.
I already blew up.
Yeah, too
The
late.
ads. To start with the ads.
I guess my business teacher said he invested in GoPro. That went down. Makes sense. People weren't buying GoPros. You only need one of them, and they can't keep reinventing the wheel.
Well, there was a company.
My
that was-
WWE stock I bought though, bro, up.
How about that
I'm-
NFL stock right now?
There's no such thing as that. I was really sad though, bro. I really wanted to buy WWE stock when it first came into the market, like in real life. It was $8.
$8.
$8.
When did it come in?
Like 2015.
We had $8 in 2015.
Yeah, but check this out. And its peak, it went up to like 33.
Wow.
I was like, man, if that was real life, and I could have just sold that shit. So I need to find a stock now, and if I think I find one, I'm gonna invest. It costs like $8 to open a brokerage account with your bank, and I was like, bro, catch me with this fucking shit.
Can't imagine what though. Well, I mean,
I have an idea. I don't want to say it on the podcast, but this Apple company's looking good.
very reasonable stock price too.
It's only like 100, bro. I'm heated though because I sold that shit in this game and it's going up now.
Yeah.
The fuck is up with this?
New phone.
Who this?
Yeah, they don't pay those Africans that are digging up the diamonds for the phones.
Oh, that was one thing he did. My teacher said he was like, "Yo, every time Apple releases a phone, their stock goes down." He's like, "I don't know why."
Probably because they spend a fuck ton of money.
I don't know.
So what's happening to SoundCloud? They're saved now? They saved themselves? JK,
SoundCloud
new
is
phone,
that
who
one
dis?
friend who's like, "I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it." You're like, "Shut up, SoundCloud. Get down from there."
Okay.
And one of these times, he's gonna accidentally trip and he's gonna die
It's gonna be okay.
because we got YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. SoundCloud's not needed.
SoundCloud, I don't know, it's a pretty good platform on its own. YouTube Music,
I'm saying SoundCloud's really hard to get through as far as like search engine and shit.
yeah.
At least
Searching
YouTube,
for music's hard as
Yeah.
fuck on SoundCloud.
yeah, and that's its best. That's its quality. It's its features. YouTube, on the other hand, it's pretty easy to search. Playlists are a thing.
Find anything you want on YouTube.
Bro, I found fucking the Golovkin fight on YouTube.
I found a high school fight on YouTube.
For real?
Yeah.
Are you fucking with me?
No.
Are we ending this?
Probably.
I'm not no problem.
Let's end it with Eddie. How was your day today?
It was on.
It's
Woke
hard.
up late. Skipped my first class.
When are you not late? Yeah.
Went to classes. Went to work. Got off work. Did some homework. Now I'm here. Long day.
Doesn't seem that long.
Got bars.
What'd you do?
What did I do? Not much today. Long day, but I like long days.
Keeps you away from work, right?
Keeps me away from work. Long days during the week, short days during the weekend. That's the dream right there. Backwards dream. But I live it.
Do you like working on the weekends?
It's very... I mean, if I could do these hours in the weekdays, that'd be tight as fuck.
Yeah.
So like ignoring that it's a weekday and everybody's watching the fight on the weekends, and just the hours itself, since they're only available on weekends, it's pretty cool. That
Is it only the hanging out with squad that sucks?
yeah, like I haven't seen Austin forever. I haven't seen Jacob in even longer.
All I'm saying is you could have saw him that day at Denny's, and you're like, no.
I forgot what I was doing. I forgot what happened.
Being a bitch.
Oh, I was mounting my TV a lot harder than I thought it would be. My bad.
You know, that's not even half of a Jacob.
It was mounting.
I want to go to your house now because honestly, your room's kind of small. Where the fuck do you mount the TV at?
On the wall.
Yeah, where though?
Where my TV was, just higher.
There was a window right there.
No, where my TV was. What? My
Yeah.
TV's never been by the window.
Yeah.
My TV's on the other wall.
What TV?
My little TV. My little TV was on the other
Oh
wall.
no, I was talking about your.
No, my
little
fat
one.
TV?
No, your skinny one.
What?
Yes,
I don't know
bro.
what I'm talking about.
Okay, so look, here's your bed, right?
When you walk in the door.
No. Chill.
Alright.
I need visual shit. Here's
Yeah,
your
yeah,
bed,
yeah.
door, TV.
No, my TV was never
It's
on
just
that
bad
wall.
visual.
Oh wait, it was, huh?
Yeah, dumbass.
Why?
Because you had the little dresser right there. Bro, how the fuck do you not know this? This was your room.
The room changed. I forgot how it looked.
Okay, so look, you walk in, bed right here, dresser right here, little thing right there, like a little stand.
Oh, it was because for like 2 weeks before we got the big TV, the TV moved to this wall.
And where'd you moved your bed to this wall? Where's your bed at? God, I want to know which room so bad. Send a picture, please, because this shit's confusing me.
Well, I have my queen bed back in the room.
Oh, yeah, because no one moved out, right?
Yeah, he moved out.
How was that? Did you guys give each other pleasantries?
Yeah. He took it pretty alright. I'm pretty sure he hates it now.
Why?
Cause him and Audicely argue a lot.
She a moody person.
She is a moody person.
Noah's great, though. At the rec, my favorite.
Yeah. He a little dick sometimes though.
He a little dick, but hey, you know what? You learn that all kids are dicks, and it makes you realize that you were a dick when you were a kid.
I was a dick.
You probably.
I used to hate this fat kid that wore all Laker clothes.
Nigga, I didn't do nothing to him. I did nothing to him. He didn't even know me. Did you even know my fucking name?
You
No.
strained my eyes.
God
There
damn.
was just this big kid who wore a purple and yellow
You
backpack.
keep stressing the
purple-
big kid. Why? You know what? There was this kind of slightly chubby kid who like was just
You
loud
didn't
and
even know me.
obnoxious.
You didn't even
Bro,
know me.
honestly,
There's a lot of
I
kids
know
like
I
that.
didn't like you. Cause like I remember the first time I met you, you were in a class with, you were taking a test, right? Were you in Miss Diaz or something like that?
In
I saw you.
7th grade.
Yeah. You were taking a test. It was like
Were
early
you
in the
in that
morning.
class?
Ames. Yeah, it was Ames.
You were in Miss Diaz? Me and Eddie were in that.
Nah, not that. It was Ames.
Oh, and you were in the room.
Yeah, and you were loud, and I was like, bro, this is Ames. Like, chill out. Like,
It was
take a fucking
Ames.
chill pill. Now it was early in the morning, and you're just being loud, and I was like, this is gonna be the kid that wants to be funny during the Ames.
See, I don't know how I got through that because I can see me, and I know I was annoying little shit.
Yeah.
And like, I try to like watch Noah to see what he's doing that causes him difficulties in school. Because I know a lot of fucking kids mess with him, and I know it has to do with him being very outspoken.
Yeah.
And I'm see like what you just said made me realize I was just like that, but I don't remember getting fucked with a whole bunch because of it.
Cause you were the retard that was kind of funny.
I had my moments.
Yeah. And to be honest, you stayed to yourself a lot. I'm assuming no one doesn't stay to himself.
I'm sure Noah goes around
Yeah.
spreading his.
Cause like I saw him, like I see him at the rec, and he's not annoying, but he is outspoken. You were annoying
in my bubble.
in your bubble, and people in your bubble thought you were funny, but
They
you were
did.
annoying.
I don't even remember that. I don't remember you that day.
Huh?
I don't
I just remember you because you were annoying, and then the year after we became friends, and I was like, this was the dude who was annoying. Eddie, I don't remember meeting Eddie. I know it was probably uneventful.
We just merged.
Yeah, as one.
8th grade.
I don't
Lunches.
remember.
Yeah,
And everyone just got together at the 3 tables.
that shit was crazy. I don't remember what you're talking about.
No, I know you don't.
I thought you said lunges, and I was like, PE?
Lunches.
There's only 4 people that I know specifically how I became friends with. I'm sure Jacob could remind me how we became friends, but I don't remember that. I just remember how I became friends with Eddie, how I became friends with Nick, RJ, and Dylan. This is a weird one, yeah.
Not even me, bro.
No. Okay, yeah, but I don't remember.
Fuck you.
I don't remember the moment where you became my friend. But everybody else, I do. Dylan, he was new. He didn't talk to anybody in our class, and one day we were waiting for bus calls, and he had an Envy, one of those flip phones with the QWERTY keyboards. And I was like, yo, that's a dope phone. I love those phones. I never had a phone. I always wanted that phone. And then he was like, oh, thanks, man. And then his wallpaper was Halo. And I was like, you like Halo? And he's like, yeah. And that was it.
I'm mad because I know how we became friends. It makes me sad.
We all had YouTube channels, and we were talking about it.
Yeah.
And they were
Nah,
like, we should have one.
Nah, because I remember I was like super jealous because at that time I was trying to figure out how to record gameplay. And I was like, you told me about your channel. I don't know why. Oh, you know what? It was gym class.
We had gym
It was gym.
too?
Yeah, it was
I thought it was
Spanish, gym,
Spanish.
and English. We had all three of those. That's when you try to kill that teacher. Another podcast. But we were in gym and Jacob didn't come. And I was like, yo, this kid hangs out with Jacob. I don't have any friends in this class. I'm going to hang out with you and you're kind of funny. Regret that decision automatically.
8th grade?
Yeah.
No,
I
7th
feel like
grade.
it was way before that.
I didn't know you in 7th grade.
Oh, yeah, it was 8th grade.
Yeah. it
I
was-
keep thinking that in 7th grade we met in Spanish.
Nah. And then, so we were talking about that, and then you told me about your thing. And it was weird because I typed Titan titties. And I don't know why we were talking about that, but we were talking about Titan titties. I typed that on your video. And this was on my Android because I remember just seeing it. And then from there on, I asked you like how you got your gameplay.
The hell is Titan Titties? I don't remember this.
Because they were Titans. And then for some reason we were talking about Titan titties. We were big on alliteration.
I remember.
We were talking about that because I remember, I don't know why we were sitting there up on the bleachers and we were talking.
Titan Titties.
And then we talked about Eddie. I know. I mean, Eddie, you, who else? You, RJ. Who else is there? Your guys' squad.
When, in middle school?
Austin wasn't that much in there.
Yeah, Austin wasn't in your guys' squad. I think it was just you that really survived. But you, I met because of him, so.
Who was our squad in middle school?
People-
Oh.
When did we start
Middle
really
school-
talking, though? Because
middle-
we didn't really talk from, like, 8th grade.
I feel like
9th grade, I had gym
sophomore
with
year-
you.
I feel like
Did we?
sophomore year is when everybody started talking.
Yeah. Then we got in fight clubs and stuff. Got too serious.
Yeah, middle school, you were hanging out with Jacob and Patrick and Caleb and all that.
I know how I met Jacob because I met Jacob in English, and then I just started sitting with him and his crew.
In middle school for us, it was us, RJ, Nick, Matt, Solomon, sometimes.
I didn't even have those people. It was,
Matt's out.
it was me, you, Matt.
Nick.
Sometimes.
Nick was started going away, but
Nick
originally
started
it was
leaving 7th grade-ish. We had Jesus.
Arrow.
We had Arrow. We had Jesus' weird friend.
Nick. Rogelio, Bustamante.
That one too, the other one.
Yeah, another one.
Augustine.
Oh, Augustine. Fuck Augustine. Remember I threw a corn dog at him. And now he's a big ass dude. I'm scared of him. He's fucking huge now.
You got my
But
corn
forgive-
dog.
Ask him to forgive me for that corn dog. That's what happens. I used to bully little kids. Now they're all fucking huge.
If I had to change a most different from middle school to now, it's Austin. By a fucking mile.
Wow.
Huh?
I feel like Austin's still the same.
Nah, bro, because I remember when I first knew him, he was just like this fucking hyper ball of energy.
He still got that crazy.
He got that crazy a little bit, but like,
It's in him.
It's the
It's
same
in
thing.
him.
He's just mature now.
yeah, it's matured out.
But he's still.
He still got it. You remember when he was we were playing charades at Desmond's house? That was a flash of him.
Yeah,
Flash
that
of
was
old
drunk
Austin.
Austin. That don't
Nobody
count.
was playing charades.
He was
Austin
playing-
was playing charades.
Austin funny. Like Jacob's remained the same person. He's still
Jacob
cool
has
as fuck.
stayed exactly the same.
You're pretty much the same person, except you matured out a little bit. You're just more tired. That's the only difference. Eddie, you're pretty much
That's
the same
sad.
person.
Dang. Character.
No, bro, we're like a really bad sitcom show. There's like
Eddie
no
changed,
character
like-
development.
Somewhere in middle school it happened. What was it, 7th grade?
Mate, Garrett.
Garrett?
That's how I see
Oh
it.
yeah, in Spanish when you had a different Spanish, huh?
Yeah.
No, we all had the same Spanish. I remember I sat with Garrett too.
I remember Garrett from English. I want to say we had different Spanish. Either that, or we had to sit like across the room.
I think we all sat together, and then she split us.
Yeah. Then I sat with a bunch of bums.
I remember like the first time I ever really talked to Eddie, and it was the best compliment he ever gave me. We were chilling. I don't think we were going to a field trip in Spanish or some shit like that. Also, I remember getting a call. I was really sick one time, and you guys were like, "You're not on the field trip." You and Jacob. I was like, "Damn, bro, chill."
What field trip?
The one to that fucking restaurant.
You weren't there?
Nah, bro. Yeah, bro, I'm missing on ponchos. And it's, these people
That was
fucking...
gone.
Nah, they called... Y'all called me. I remember you called me because you're in the back of the bus.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
it was him and Jacob. I'm like, why aren't you here?
I remember that.
And I was like...
what the fuck's with that?
Yeah, and I was like, I'm sick. And they're like, fucking pussy. And I'm like, what, bro? I'm sick. Leave me alone.
I think that's where it started.
I was still
when we just
asleep.
started being disappointed with you
Yeah,
for anything.
everyone always yells at me. That's the thing here.
I think that's what started.
But the one to the zoo, which is when I dropped the fucking thing and you guys were disappointing me there. But at the zoo,
Forgetting you dropped that.
yeah, at the zoo, we're chilling, and I think me and you were sitting next to each other on the bus, and he saw me playing a song. It was that song with Eminem, the spacebound rocket ship, and no, I did him. And you're like, dang, you know that song? You're like, I was like, yeah, and you're like, that's cool. And I was like, dang, Eddie's my friend. Eddie's my dog. Eddie's gonna love me.
I'm so glad we got Snorter Cruz as our guide because I don't even remember where she was.
Neither do I.
At the zoo.
I don't know why we teamed up. Who was it with?
And she got us three too. Like it
Yeah.
was just us.
Who was it? No, there were two other kids.
Oh, there was, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know who they were, but
Cause they're in the picture, and they're like, it's like Kenny wise as far as like why they're in the picture.
I don't know. But I remember Snorter Cruz was never there. One time I know we saw her walk by, but she was going the opposite direction of us.
Senora Cruz was lit.
She was.
Stop playing footsies on me, bitch.
You dropped that fucking bug.
Cause bro, I was like,
It was
Martin.
loud as
I don't know
shit,
who it was. I was like, yo, check
Everybody
out this
heard
thing.
it. Everybody turned around like, the fuck was that?
Hey, you know what? I provided a memory. What the fuck did you do on that trip?
I think I lost my piece of the mug. Not gonna lie.
You did, and so did Jacob, I think.
And I think Jacob still has it somewhere. I
Jacob.
used to keep it in my backpack. It was always in there.
What did I do on that trip, Bo? 300 chicken nuggets.
No. Me, Jacob, and Martin decided to do that.
I'm so mad that was our idea, and then James and his crew.
I'm mad
Said it
that I
was their
paid a
idea.
lot of money on that.
We paid most of the fucking money.
Yeah, that
I
was
paid like
dumb as
$40 for that, and it was only like $70.
I put it on 20.
Yeah.
Who didn't put who put money in?
Someone made it.
Everyone put in like $3. Like, this is enough.
Someone put.
It was like $80, right?
Someone
I
came
know
up.
I put $40 in. My
Someone
mom
came
gave me
up.
a lot of money for the trip. I didn't use any.
I'm pretty sure probably Kenny paid a lot because Kenny's Kenny.
Was Kenny even there?
Kenny's there.
It's just the story of his life. You're gonna get married and be like, damn, Kenny was there?
I know where Kenny was in our fucking prom picture. That's where Kenny was.
Fucking ruined that.
Fuck you, Kenny.
I like how me and I don't know who told him. I know I was there when we told him that we didn't really want him in the picture. And I could see that he felt kind of bad. He's like, you guys should have told me.
Didn't he get mad though one time? I thought he got mad.
I don't remember. But I know
He
he
remembers
was
it.
like, I know he was like, you guys didn't tell me anything. He's like, I thought we were all squad.
Now that makes me feel bad. I'm sorry, Kenny.
I mean,
Nah, fuck Kenny.
I mean, it's a nice picture either way, but that was gonna be our last squad picture together because we fucked up graduation. I don't even know.
No. Austin fucked up graduation.
What else?
Didn't show up.
But I was
Graduate.
even the people that were there,
My phone
we,
died.
we didn't have a complete picture of everybody.
Yeah, my phone died, and then I ran into you guys and Denise.
I kept calling people like, where the fuck are you?
Yeah, and then we just took the picture, us five. Yeah.
RG went inside the gym.
Did you take a picture, Wendy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was she in the picture? She wasn't in the picture. Because it was just us five. Or,
I was
us
trying
four
to get a picture of us.
Wendy, or with Denise, right? It was us four, and then I didn't.
I
see
took
Jacob.
off to go find RJ, and then when I came
Fight
back,
I was trying to
Happy to go.
bounce as quick as possible. I'm not gonna lie.
I just wanted this picture. I was ready to leave.
You act like we're dead. Like Jacob's in Apache Junction, bro. We just go to AJ real quick.
Look, I haven't seen him since.
Jacob dead.
All I'm saying is you've had chances though. Don't give me this. Oh, no one ever hangs out. You get chances.
When's the last time I seen him?
I don't know.
Could have been last
Basketball?
other week.
Yeah, it could have been the other week. But you don't want to go to Denny's
Does
because
he come down every weekend?
pretty much.
He comes down every weekend.
Not
Every
hers.
other weekend.
Yeah. He had a regular job.
Yeah.
So what do you work? Like 410s?
12s, usually. 11 and a half.
412s?
3.
312s.
3 11 and a halves.
So you only get 36 hours a week? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you work?
Too much. Too much weird times. Go school.
I could get more hours. I'm like, fuck that shit.
Oh, I was
Go
gonna talk
home.
to you about school. So business, you have to go up to like 215 for math, right?
Some shit like that.
Accounting, guess where you gotta go? 151. I'm switching to accounting, guys.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about counting 151. I was like, that's not a thing.
No, for like your degree. My bad. Just a little tired.
I don't know. I feel like I didn't learn much in accounting. Like I learned how to do basic accounting, but when it comes to like
How to
the hard
account?
shit, the accounting,
Yeah.
Like the rules of accounting.
yeah, I
I
know. how
don't
to-
feel like that's what we did for accounting. I don't think that's really what it was focused on. Was trying to do accounting shit.
Yeah, 102. He brings in like a bunch of weird concepts that he doesn't explain at all.
I'm slowly
Two oh
starting to
two.
get it.
You get to get it, but then he moves on to a new chapter like nothing, and then
Yeah.
you lost me.
Or I don't know. I did bad on that first test, but that's just because I didn't study. I was like, "Yo, Raymond, you got the answers for the homework?" He'd be like, "Yep." I copy them and I go to sleep.
Have you come up? Well, you just said you were changing to accounting. I was gonna ask, have you come up with a plan after college?
My plan is to get an accounting job. I really want to do payroll. Like I like payroll, you know, handling who gets paid what, something along those lines.
My plan was to just save up till I find out what I want to do and use whatever I saved for it.
But then you were like, "Yo, extensions though to my house."
So now,
It's
now,
lit.
now I'm back to zero, and I'm like, well, what am I gonna be saving up for now? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I still want to cook, and Kenny always reminds me.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
we were talking
He's
about
always snapping me like, "Yo, it's coming."
That menu.
Yeah, and I'm like, Kenny, we said we were going to do this in Cali. I can't go to Cali.
You can go to Cali.
What were you say?
Oh, we were talking about something about savings. Cause you're like, "Yo, let's talk about it podcast."
Savings?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What about it?
I don't know. You said let's talk about it in podcast. Savings. Cause I was like, "Yo, I'm just trying to save up right now." You're
No, I
like,
just said, what are you trying to say about for?
"Oh no, I was just trying to save up to pay off my debts."
Oh,
Yeah, it's not a very good answer.
yeah, fan.
Yeah.
I'm almost paying off my debt. Next check.
Yo, all I'm saying is, Glenn semi told me how you use your credit card, and it's brazen.
Where you tell you?
He's like, you basically max out. Do you or do you not? And then you just pay it.
I mean, kind of. I don't max out. Like,
Max out.
it's like 500. My max is like 800, and I just pay 300 next check.
Okay.
But I pay a big chunk of it.
I don't know. Eddie defies the rules of credit. Cause my person was like 30%, 35 at most, trying to get brazy, and he just like, fuck that rule.
Max out.
Pay it all off. And then that was the other thing, like, don't pay it off, pay it in bills, or pay your bills.
See, that's what I was going to say when you were like, yo, banks are snaky. I swear to God, the first banker that I had Advantage that was setting up our credit cards, she told us, she was like, yo, paying it all off at once isn't a good idea. She's like, you should pay She's like, honestly, you should just pay the minimums. That's what I was doing. And then the next banker I had, she was like, you don't need to do that. Pay it off immediately. Your credit will go up the same. And she's like, in some cases, it'll even go up more if you pay it off immediately. And I was like, what the fuck?
The people I talked to and the banker I talked to, they were like, just pay more than the minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Try not to pay it off like all the way because it doesn't show that you're paying. You're making payments.
Yeah.
Like it just shows that you can get in and out. Like, but they want to see that you can make a payment. I don't know, bro. We're all fucked up.
That's
That's the end of this
That's
podcast. Ain't real nothing else. Episode 4 coming out November.
Yeah, Thanksgiving break.
We'll keep you guys updated if Martin gets a gallbladder surgery.
hopefully.
That's a vacation for him. You guys got anything to say? Eddie, where can they find you at?
Twitch.
Depressed.
Ooh, Depression Street. At E1234D now is the stream Twitch.
Yeah.
You don't get on there a lot. I know you like my stuff every once in a while. Yeah.
I just followed your stream account.
He really
I saw
doesn't.
that.
You don't really Twitch though, do you?
No.
You ain't Molinaro. Martin, where can they find you?
They can find me in the streets, man.
Mr. Maz99 on YouTube. Mr. Gravy Boat or Mr. What is it on Twitter?
Ooh, it's Martin in the pic now.
Martin in the pic.
Yeah.
Stop changing it.
Why are you in the pic?
Because I just when
Interception, nigga.
order fillers at the DC, the job, it's the job in the computer. It's called the pic. So like when I put on my headset, it says job in the pic.
All I'm saying is
I hope that mic.
I don't know if he was telling us or asking us with that whole entire sentence. He's like in the pic, right? In the pic.
I'll hear it this weekend and then I'll let you guys know because I can't remember now, but I know it's like tells me I'm in the pic.
Alright, I trust you, dog. Chill.
I just forget how it says it. It says it cooler than how I'm saying it.
I believe it. That's true. Yo, at JoJo123 on everything.
I hope this mic caught your fart.
Did you fart?
You farted.
I farted?
Yeah.
When?
It's probably the chair.
I didn't fart.
We still gotta do a video. What the
I've been
fuck?
farting, but just not. All right, end podcast. Hey, stop.